Hello. Good morning. Good morning. We are back on Lotharia for Ashes of Creation. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. It was an interesting Friday. Unexpectedly interesting Friday. But here we are. It is now Saturday. You can see level 8, same levels before. Have not logged in since last Sunday. Fingers crossed the servers remain okay. But we will see. Where the hell did I log in at? Or log out at? There we go. All right. Let's see what we get into. I'm waiting to see if Laws joins us. I thought about going running all the way to the Riverlands just for the hell of it. I don't know that we will do that, but I thought about it. So we'll see. Hopefully chat works. Not, I might need to back out real quick. Should have checked that before. Let's do a testing. Did it work? It did not pop up on here. So I'm going to real quickly check it's working there. Problem with creating your own application for chat, I guess. So we're going to do this real quick. Go back, oops, to gaming. See what happens. See if that works. All right, we'll keep playing. See if refreshing the browser changes things. Where were we? We were just hanging out. Why is this? What is this? Slay bats residing in the mining caves. So that must be below us, correct? Because we are above ground. A lot of people fishing. I kind of like seeing that. Hanging out. So it was a busy yesterday. Servers were melting. And around that time, they decided to take the servers down and apply a patch. At which point they introduced gear to vendors again, which just made people irritable, given all of the crafting and conversation around crafting that's been going on. So they end up doing a rollback, changing all of the gear, removing it. The gear change was in patch notes. Now, Steven came on and said something about there was a bug, which some people were curious about, given that it was in the patch notes, but I don't know. All right, we don't have much quest-wise to do here. Actually, why are none of these showing up? Don't they usually show? I think they usually show up. Where's the what on here? Where did they come from? They following someone else? I don't know what just happened. I had nothing to do with you, my man. All right, let's see how far he follows us for. How's he catching up to me? I'm sprinting. Hey, the leash worked. That's good. All right, we'll stay on the road for a minute. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of growing like little struggle bus with logging in and playing. Kind of sad. But yeah, little struggle busting with Ashes of Creation here. I'm not sure why none of my quest markers are showing up. All right, well, we got the caves are there. So 4, I thought that was a 5 a minute ago. What's up? Yeah, how you been? You know, I took quite a bit of time off. Phase 2.5 really kind of got to me a little bit. And I think most people had a not great experience. Who's that thing running after? Is it trying to kill the hawk? And yeah, so now that 3's here, you know, back to plan. But oh, what's going? Oh, I didn't know that. What happened to your username? Why did the hawk come after me? I don't understand why the hawk came. I mean, I wouldn't think them to be linked, but whatever. All right, Mr. Hawk. Mrs. Hawk. I don't know. Are you Mr. or Mrs.? What's up, Chris? How's development going? Oh man, it's somewhere. It's slowly inching along, I would say. I don't even know where to begin answering that. I would have told you last week servers were a little better and that's the biggest improvement of where we're at in phase 3. But I don't know that that's actually accurate. The servers they've had to go back to daily restarts just because of server degradation that's been occurring over time. That they can't seem to figure out. I'm in the anvils now, so I mean they have added like areas, space, but there's not a lot to the spaces. Like there's not much going on in these areas. I have quests right now. Actually, most of these are commissions, but they're not showing up. I don't know why all of a sudden UI is like not wanting to show stuff, but it's not. There's that. But yeah, so Ashes is an interesting spot. It does happens in alphas, but you know we're in alpha. We're in year 9, right? Well, almost year 9. You know, alpha 2. So we've had alpha 0, alpha 1, alpha 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 2.5. Now we're at phase 3. I mean, I feel like there's at some point you got to be like, well, you know, like, can we really keep talking about how it's just an alpha? It fried your PC, Master Chief. Damn. I look different. Yeah. My beard is gone. So that long beard, you know, once we got into 90-degree weather, it was sort of like, I'm kind of tired of it. So kept the mustache though. I kind of like it. Mustache works for me. So I've also lost a lot of weight. I've lost probably, gosh, 40 pounds, something like that. Since I want to say like January. So I also just look thinner as well, but hopefully I look thinner. Hell, I don't know. You're a paid alpha beta tester for EQ1, EQ2, and WoW. It's all relative. It is, but I mean 9 years. I don't know. I am Kickstarter backer number 3 actually. So I mean I've been following Ashes for a long time, and I do think at some point, like, look, I don't know what's happening here. Like, see their movement? Like, at what point do you start saying, okay, I'm a little bit concerned with how the development pacing is happening here? And I not to be like doomy, but I mean, I think it's a reasonable question. Now, people will say, and I have said this at times, that development really didn't begin until 2021 when they Chad, when they switched over to UE5. But I mean, they've been in development for a while. What's up, Grimsy X? How can you play this? They are self-published, so if you go to ashesofcreation.com, you can purchase a pack. Now it is $100 still to play. I think it is, I don't know, somewhat debatable. I guess it depends on if what your interest level is as to whether you should spend or wait. I think they're just jetting around. I don't know what's going on. These are also level 3. I don't know where I'm running to. I want to get to a little bit more challenging of stuff. But it is $100. So I haven't played for a long time. The game is, I mean, it's playable. You know, it's slow. It's slow to get anywhere, to do anything. It's very slow. Yesterday was, it's just been community crazy stuff happening. Okay, we're starting to get to some yellow. I don't know what is happening with all of these birds, and is it still grindy? Hell yes. It is grindy as hell. Now they've said they have a narrative system coming online. And that will start to help a little bit with a lot of their questing system, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's always relative. But yeah, no, it's all grindy at this point. Crafting is even worse, I think. Crafting is super grindy. Yeah, Chris, movement, combat is the best part of the game. Yeah, they do want to be friends, do they? Is it Starsons? Is that, yeah. I don't know. I thought they reduced the number of birds flying around, hawks and stuff like that. All right, level 7, 1 star. I mean, I would think we would be able to kill this, but who knows? What was that yell? All right, give me back some stamina, please. I would like to roll. I don't know why it costs so much stamina to roll. I kind of want to know what that yell does. Have an issue with optimization. Yeah, I mean, one of my long-term friends on here, Master Chief, who's actually on YouTube or was, mentioned that his PC got destroyed by Ashes. I don't know if that's Ashes or if that's UE5. I know UE5 has had a lot of its own optimization issues. All right, if we pull one, I think what ends up happening a lot of the times is that I get splash damage. There's a lot of things just hanging out in the trees over there. What's... So optimization has certainly been a problem. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You got a lot. How do you get a bat on you? Saying it's very early access. I can't really enjoy it because of it. Yeah, I mean, it's... I get less and less where I like to use that as a reason for some of the things that we see, to be honest, about it being alpha and early access. I don't know if you watch any of their live streams, but Friday, not this Friday, but last Friday, there's talk about their next phase. They're going to be doing these Harbinger events, which are sort of corruption, PvP, PvX type events. That will rotate. And it's left a lot of folks confused because there's just a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed still, including servers. And what's up, Mace? Haven't seen you. And they mentioned in their live stream that it was going to be with marketing. And it's sort of like, why are we marketing? What's going on here? Do you really want to market this as it is? Will this game ever come out? I've been following since the beginning. It's been years. Yeah, it's been almost 9 years. It will. I think the question is, what does it come out with and looking like, and how does it feel? I also do YouTube videos, and I put one out about 2 weeks ago talking about what if we only got half the world instead of the full world of Verra? Because I think that's a very real possibility, and what people would think about that. What's up, Unshackled Reality? I like your name. This is Ashes of Creation, currently in Alpha 2 Phase 3. I was really hoping for Summoner, and it keeps getting pushed. I agree with you. Summoner is it's hard. I'll be blunt. It's kind of hard to get in and stream this right now. This is kind of where I'm at with it. The Summoner will be hopefully next. My next big reason to be excited. Now, I think the hope is that maybe the Summoner is out here in November when they do their Harbingers update. Oh shit. Okay, I thought I was about to crash. All right, we're getting some weird server stuff. Not sure. So hopefully it's here, you know, and there's just a lot of lag or something going on. Did you see the heals are red on my bar? I've never seen it do that. I'm not doing any am I damaging it? All right, the server appears to be fucked. Am I hitting it? All right, now we're hitting it. I'm not even healing myself. I'm more concerned about the fact that I'm not healing myself. I mean, I am, but it's not working. I am being punished. This is what happens, I guess, when you talk about Ashes in a negative light. That's crazy. What was happening? I wonder if we have a server worker boundary. So we're in server. You can kind of, since it's in testing, you can see quite a lot, right? So we're in server worker 9. So did I cross like some sort of boundary? Yep, I did. 20. There, that was the problem. So they've had a long-standing issue with server workers that, you know, when you cross one server worker to the other, it's supposed to hand off information, and that's how the continuity persists. And you can see it here, right? See that otter and the ravens? See how they sort of hung out at that line, and they were just standing there moving in place, and then they ran off. It's that exchange of information is like terribly slow, and that's I don't know if anybody cared to hear that be explained, but that is an issue that they've had within Ashes of Creation for quite a long time. That's why when they say they have dynamic gridding in, I don't know how that is, because I mean, I guess maybe it is, but like this server worker boundary issue has existed forever. So, and it's still there. This is actually how we had discovered, I think, phase 1. Mace, you might have been here for this, and also you, Master Chief. Actually, did you and I test this together, Master Chief? I don't remember, but one of the things we found bug-wise that they did kind of fix right away was the ability to become invulnerable. So we found a way to cross server workers, and when crossing server workers, actually reverse our HP, our health and mana gain. And so instead of a positive, it went negative. And when you got to 0, you went below 0, and that put us in a state where we could not die. Yeah, we were immortal. That's what I called it. Yeah. The only way you could be immortal, the only way it didn't work is if somebody healed you and then you could be killed. But anyways, that was all server worker issues. The way we did it, actually, if I can find a spot, I'll just show you real quick. All right, this looks perfect because this is struggling horribly. All right, so the way we did this was to sit, rest. This gives us a, I didn't know I could heal while I was sitting. Is that normal? Oh, that makes me have a lot of thoughts. Anyways, I didn't know it didn't make me stand up. But you can see your regeneration goes up here, 8 and 9. What does the key see? So if I go to, I guess this is the testing phase. Apologies if you're not interested in this at all. But regen here. All right, so this regen, the gear effects is our sitting down, so you can see it's positive. But what we found was a way to roll through server workers, and actually the way the handoff worked, the transfer work, that buff persisted even while we were standing when it's not supposed to. Anyways, and then it reversed backwards, and so this issue has existed for quite a long time. I know you're waiting for the game. I don't know that you're missing a whole lot, but yeah, that's we can try to. I mean, let's try to play around, I guess, with this. Yeah, I guess it's a good time to ask you what you think about the game. Server lines. Oh yeah. No, and there's a wonderful story, Talgar, about. I forget who told it. I don't think it was Lord British, but somebody talked about, you know, players discovering these server boundary exploit things, and it's yeah, and you're right, it's exactly the same. Server lines. I think Ashes has a lot of potential, but there's just a lot of unknowns, I think, is what I would say. I am personally getting a little bit more frustrated with the development timeline. All right, I'm not. All right, so this actually seems to be working, I guess. All right, so we didn't have any glitches there, so I don't know. Is this out? What's up? Is it Logan? Yeah. Is it out? It is in Alpha 2 Phase 3 right now. It is not free. It is $100. It has been in development for 9 years almost. I think 9 years comes in like October, November. So far, I think it's on the edge of could be good, might be really bad. And the dev staff keeps making cuts to push ahead to beta. Yeah. No, it's I actually, so my opinion on cutting things is not actually that bad. I would prefer them cut out a continent and add it in later. If that meant the continent we got, man, we're still having a lot of just issues, but look at that, what is going on? I would be okay with them cutting out content as long as the remaining content was actually fun, and then adding it later. That would be, I would be totally fine with that. You know, at times the world looks beautiful, and then at times I feel like I'm in a Bob Ross painting. Like I don't know what's going on with some of the trees here as I move, and out, you know, the clouds, the distance seems very I don't even know how, I don't have words for it. $100 is crazy work. I mean, $100 will, you know, if you got a year left of development, and that's actually kind of cutting it short. But let's say you have a year. I mean, you know, $100 over the course of a year, that's not a bad monthly fee. And it is going to be a sub-based game. Oh, I rolled out of the way of that. What the hell? Why are we not? Oh, I see why. So, I mean, it is a lot of money up front, but holy shit. He does this repeated, I think these are a little buggy because they get this repeated charge that you almost can't dodge. See there, did you see how he turned into me at the last second? Like it gets very hard to dodge that. Yeah, see. I don't know, man. We keep playing. All right, you know what? Fuck this guy. Why are they all hanging out here? They're gonna attack me now? Yeah, $100, I mean, over the course of years isn't terrible. Mob has aimbot. I mean, that's what it feels like sometimes, the way he turns into you. Game's gonna be Star Citizen 2.0. I mean, it has been thought of as the Star Citizen fantasy version. All right, I don't know what we're even doing. My chat has not been, in-game chat's not been scrolling, so I don't know if Laws is out here trying to get up into a group with me or not. I don't know why it doesn't default scroll. Am I still in combat? Where's... If this isn't a boss, that can just stop development and delete it all. Yeah, I mean, TTK, Time to Kill, is also another one that's been discussed quite a lot. I would recommend using the $100 on something else if you don't have that much of spend on games overall. Oh, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, no, that's very, very much yes. I would agree with that sentiment completely. I don't know. What should we do? There's also no gear. Everything has to be crafted pretty much. And crafting is an absolute disaster right now. Anything economy is terrible. You know, let's maybe just go on down to... Let's go see what's going on over here. I've not visited this node before, so let's go hang out. I hope was that it wouldn't have 20 buttons to push either, like most MMOs. I mean, that's what they talked about very early on. And I agree with you, but we're what, 25 levels in? I mean, you know, since considering we're not halfway to max yet, they're going to have to add more skills. So how does this all work, right? Do they add a whole lot of skills, or do they just add bonuses that you can add to current skills instead of having multiple bars? I don't know. I like the game, but I prefer it be a little more solo friendly. Yeah, it's one of the great debates. I mean, you can solo, but it takes forever. Look at this layout. This reminds me of oh shit, something like BDO, where you just have tons and tons of things sitting in the open field, just hanging out. Healing feels pretty bad right now. So they have, again, they've made some changes to gear and how they do gear. And I am a cleric, by the way, for any of you wondering. I am a cleric that is using a bow and a great sword. But it's really hard to get gear early on because you don't have crafting to really help you do the process. This crafting's just nuts. Now there are some areas, if you get in with groups, you can find gear. So I don't know, the economy is just really jacked right now. They had been working on it for months and months and months, and we kept getting told that, oh, the economy update's going to be great. How did he jump so fucking far? Sorry. And then it gets here with phase 3, and to be blunt, the economy's worse than it was. Like, it's not better, it's not the same, it feels worse. A lot of the crafting recipes don't work. I don't know. It's just been video. Oh, it's too much. Yeah, no, and I'm not saying this should be, but it just feels the same, right? When you look out and you see all this stuff over here. Land and remain standalone. Oh yeah, it'll never go solo friendly. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that we should be prepared for changes. I don't know. Another client to download. You know, they did originally have APOC on Steam, but they have sort of vowed not to put this on Steam. I don't know if that's the financial side. You know, they don't really want to pay Steam that percentage of money that they feel like they can. I totally missed I meant to be on that road. If they don't want to pay Steam the money, or Valve, I think there's a part of me though that also thinks they don't really want to disclose player numbers. Because, you know, with Steam, you can see who's playing, right? So I don't think they really want that to be public knowledge, in my opinion. I hope his real life business will force Steven to push solo content. I think it will. Most likely be back to Ashes on the November update. I really wish they would not give us dates, Pain. As you know, what is the likelihood they are able to put content out in November that they start in September? I don't know. History would say they won't. I mean, historically, it would be a no, right? Don't make dates ever. Even when you have like Steven saying, "Oh, I'm going to stop giving dates," and then he gives dates, and it doesn't happen. In your personal opinion, how long do you think beta will last, and when do you think realistically they will release the game? You want to know my crazy opinion? Because a lot of people think it's crazy. My crazy opinion on that. I think the goal, the way they're rushing around things, pushing things out, the way they're trying to get this corruption event system coming in November. I think they want to get into beta by 2026. Now that would be the latter end of 2026, but I think they really want to get to 2026 as a beta, and I think beta will be short. Steven has always said it would be short, and I believe him. I forgot we had treasure maps. Should probably store those somewhere. Lest I get killed and people take my storage or my maps. Because I think also there's a potential goal for trying to release this game by the end of 26 or the start of 27. Just based on how development timelines and things have all sort of been morphed and changed. And people will say that's crazy talk, but... So we have, I don't think, I mean, if we have a year-long phase 3, which Steven has said that he wants it to be about phase 3. You know, a year of phase 3 puts us into, what, September, right? So then you do a beta from September of 26 to the end of 26, beta 1, beta 2. And then you're ready for release by January of 27. It sounds crazy, but... It is what I think. And that is just what I think. That is not like PI information at all either. So it's just my own opinion. Steven has also said that in real life finances will push the game to be released even if all content is not finished. When did he say that? Can I see that quote? Not that I don't believe you. I just want to see that quote because everyone always says Steven has endless money and, you know, his development time frame is... you know, almost like there's an endless development time frame, which obviously is not true. What do we have here? Weaponsmithing, armaments, things at 4% as an encampment. So there's also a bug issue with nodes. It's not clear if nodes got their EXP reset or if it's a visual bug. Roshan had said it was a visual bug. Steven, though, yesterday came in and said that it might be an issue with vassal nodes. So I don't know that anyone knows for sure. Like this is still set as a wilderness at 99%. Like, is it going to change, or I guess maybe it can't change? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that. Okay, the Thor interview. I would love to see that quote. Because, you know, you do get people that are like, oh, he has endless money. You don't have to worry about money, which I think is just incorrect. I mean, it is a business after all. Yes, he wants to make a game that he likes, but he also wants to make money off this. So does his investors. Finances might be the issue. No idea how Steven can finance development if it continues for years. Exactly, Nardap. And especially with having now, what, 250 employees or something like that? Like now you have... Your burn rate has greatly changed. How much? Look at the environment. Like, why does it do that? But yeah, your monthly burn rate now is much higher than it used to be. Why are things getting dark? Oh shit. Why is this? Oh, he's level 10, that's why. So there are some changes. I gotta pay more attention. So even though he's yellow to me like some of the others, you know, there are changes now as mobs get higher than you as far as how much damage you do to them and how much damage they do to you. And I think even at smaller levels like this, you know, you would think, oh, is there that much of a difference between level 10 and level 8? I'm level 8. That bat is level 10. Yeah, there might be a question, well, is there really that much difference? The answer, I think, is yes. especially when gear is such an issue. Like the fact that I can't get any decent gear is going to make that feel even even more of a divide, right? As you can see, I have like almost no gear. I have some pants that are shitty, a shitty coat, feet that are pretty bad. I've done quests. I have not had any quests that gave me anything either to try to fill in that gap. Now, part of that is because I started out over in the Anvils, which is basically, you can think of Riverlands Alpha 2 Phase 1. Like, hey, Master Chief, thank you for the gifting the sub. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're back. But even the sort of new user experience over here in the Anvils, like I didn't get shit. Oh my God, what is this? How am I supposed to run through there? How am I supposed to get out of here? Where do I run? Where's a safe path? There isn't a safe path, I don't think. Oh my goodness. All right. What the hell's going on with all this? Highwaymen everywhere? What's up with the trees? We are in a Bob Ross world. That's the only thing I can tell you. Your last message. Let me see which one. This one he disclosed he had already invested 55 million. You probably have to invest another 50 million. Yeah, that right. I remember him talking about that because it was when they said they had 90 total, right? God damn it. What is going on here? Can you leash, please? Bob Ross's spirit lives in the source code. Yeah. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. Like, it feels that way. Like, when they like glitter and shit. I don't know what that is. Like, when you run by them, I don't know what's happening. Like, if the pine needles are trying to get off the tree and they can't, like, I don't know what that's about. I will say this is my favorite skin here on the dwarf. Like, this is pretty badass. Oh shit, I have almost no health. Thought I had health. Yeah, I'll have to go back through and pay more attention to that. I know he talked about it, things, because I know in that interview they also, I think he talked about how their tools, they had to really redo all of the tools once they moved to UE5, and that it became a problem. I would love to be able to ask Steven. I have asked if I could interview him again for the 4th time, but so far I've been told no. Maybe I'll get to interview him come November. We'll see. I don't know. But one of the questions I would love to ask is like, well, I would ask, you know, is the switch to UE5, did you feel like it was worth it? My guess is he will always say yes, no matter what, even if he doesn't believe that. You know, this is again one of those areas. There are parts of the world that just look gorgeous, and then I get this, and I'm kind of like, eh. Like, how does that look to everyone else? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's mid, like it's kind of getting there, but it looks kind of pieced together. The view has too much, like too many biomes. Yeah, I mean, what all you got? Look at the curve of these mountains too. That's weird. All right, where are we run? Let's go see what's going on. Let's try to get to Dunhope. Maybe we can run down there. So it has what? Legacy vaults. Okay. So do each of these have their own? Exhelm has Gallows Gate. Altarum. I guess that's it. Surge Conduit. So it has 2, and the Nexus Regulator. This area has 2 as well. Oh, no, those are just I don't know. Mountain is wearing a wizard's hat. It does look like that, doesn't it? Have I seen the Thor drama? Ah, man, I've grown old. I've grown tired of Thor, to be blunt. I'm loosely. Holy shit! Why are they in the road? They're just waiting on me. They're just waiting. The game 1080 or 4. Oh, for mine? No, this is just your standard. What's what? 2560? No, actually 1920, 1080. Actually, I used to downgrade to take the stuff down for Twitch, but I've made it 1:1 now. So, all right, let's see if it's possible to run. Oh shit! How did they find me? Did they really just one-shot my damn mount? I'm dead. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. They one-shotted my mount, man. I'm on the main road here. I'm on the main road. Why can't I just run without being attacked by some damn... Wow. Did not expect that. I got my scent, man. He chose a stupid hill to die on, and wow, he died right on his face. Yeah, I mean... I think that is definitely the vibe. Anyone can play... Oh, shit. God damn, they're still behind me. What is... Oh, no, it was an otter. Where'd you fucking come from? Can anyone play this? Yes, however, you have to spend $100 to do it. Is this ready to buy yet? I mean, if you feel okay, comfortable with spending $100, sure. It's still alpha. Can we walk under it? No, we can't. What's up, Zen? How you been? How long is this alpha testing? We don't know for sure, but we were told about a year for Alpha 2 Phase 3, which is what we're in. I don't know if it'll actually be a year. My guess is no, but we have been testing Alpha 2 since almost a year. So we started Phase 1, Phase 2, then there was like what everyone called a Phase 2.5. 7-minute cooldown on my mount too, by the way. Sucks. Oh, it was a 10-minute, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it, Master Chief. It's not ready to buy. So here's my question. Clearly there's like something in the way here. Do I maintain line of sight for this raptor? Oh, I do. Oh shit, what was that? Oh, he's under the ground. What's happening? Oh, he went under the ground. Oh my god, he's jumping. What's this about? Oh my, he's just terrain clipping. Oh, I'm stuck. That's not fair. Oh, I'm stuck again. Holy shit. Oh, he gets stuck in the rock. Dude, that's hilarious. Oh my god, I'm stuck. What the fuck? Where'd he go? Why did I quit shooting at him? I don't understand. All right, heal yourself, dude. Can you heal? All right, this was maybe a bad idea. It's like I'm not healing myself either. That's weird. Dude, that was so weird. Pretty good dinosaur model though. Yeah. Okay. Does the mount cooldown share with any other? No, so you can have multiple mounts. Game is so trash. I mean, I wouldn't say it's trash. To be fair, it has a lot of rough issues, but maybe because you're fighting under a bug rock. Yeah, I mean, that would be my guess. See, there's some physics occurring here. Yeah, that was weird with not being able to heal myself. Can't wait to play this in 2045. You won't have to wait till 2045. I think you'll be able to play it next year. This alpha is maybe 15% complete. Yeah, I mean, you could probably do the math. You could definitely do the math content-wise, based off everything that's been said. Now, that plan will probably change, but... literally not one system is 100% complete. As sad as that is to say, I think you're correct. I really do. Where did you come from? Oh, he's level 10, so we're gonna run into the same problem with not being able to out heal. Oh shit. And I just realized I'm running right through all of these. Oh my god, and now I'm lagging. Now I'm lagging. Do you see that? And now I can't heal myself. What is the going on? Oh, there's some lag, dude. There's a lot of lag. Do you look at the red marks on the mini-map? They kind of come at me and then they fall back and then they come at me. All right. I think the lag is what just saved us. So PC game, yes. How does healing feel in this game? Before they had their sort of, as they put it, economy changes, which included a lot of changes to gearing. Before that, playing the Cleric felt wonderful. I loved healing the whole way through. Right now, healing feels kind of like a turd, like a cold, wet turd that's been sitting on the ground that you step in. Like you feel very underpowered and very undergeared. I'm level 8. I still have, I mean, these are basically, I think, starter gear that I got. Now, I was given this bow by Laws, which was, I appreciate him for doing that. So I do have something that adds some benefit, but like I have nothing. Now, they changed gear drop rates a little bit with one of the more recent patches. And there are areas, like I think if you go to, where is it? Where's the favorite leveling spot of everyone? It's over here. Which one is it? I don't know. There's a spot here. Oh, here it is, Steel Bloom. So my understanding is Steel Bloom is dropping gear like crazy. So, as a fellow mustache man, I love yours. Oh, I appreciate that, filthy man. I hesitate, but I want to know how you got your name. Is it worth paying for the alpha? I do think it's worth paying for the alpha. If you believe in the game. If you're very, very pessimistic, right? Like if you think the game is just going to be shit, I wouldn't bother, because you're going to get disappointed and you're going to get upset. And I would just wait. At the very least, I would wait until... All right, are we at Dunhold? No, we're not. We're not even close to Dunhold, are we? Like way down here. I would at very least wait until November. November is when we're supposed to get these new, some new content stuff, and hopefully that will make some of the experiences better. But yeah, if you're someone that gets very easily frustrated by broken stuff and things like that, I would not recommend paying for it just yet. Just wait. They still need to address that all gear is made. Yeah, Master Chief, there's a lot of, yeah, like how do you balance? Didn't it just say a 1 minute like multiple times? Like how do you balance node development with gear, with crafting? I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on. So I will, to give you some perspective here, this hawk might kill me. It was not, so when I was level 15, prior to the wipe, all right, there's some server issues there. I could kill level 23, 24 stuff. Like things that were almost 10 levels above me. But because they've added this adjusted system where your level differences change your damage output and it's a damage absorption, you can't do that anymore. And so like even here, just level 8 to level 10 feels very like very hard to kill this thing. And this is just a random like normal, it's not even a 1-star mob, like it's oh shit, what's killing me, man? I don't understand. Yeah, we're getting lag. I think that's anywhere we're at right now is a bunch of lag. So again, I think that's a system that needs some work. It's like cast in progress. I didn't have anything being casted. I don't know what it's talking about. Because that felt like it took way too long. Way too long to kill a damn little... Oh, he got 8 glint though. I mean, that's not bad. That combat feels pretty bad. November, there'll be a wipe. No, I don't think so. Not that they've told us there will be. I don't think you... Hopefully you will not get a wipe. But, I mean, you never know. My guess is no. Dev seemed to be slowing the leveling grind. Well, yeah, you had people, phase 3 started and you had people at, within 24 hours that were level 25. Oh. Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff going on about whether there's been cheating and exploiting bipolar. Apparently there was some sort of glitch with experience scrolls that could be abused. And so what's been thrown out there is that Polar, which absorbed a lot of Envious, which also had a lot of accusations of exploiting and cheating, that they knew about this exp scroll issue during PTR testing and didn't report it, and then they used it to level up fast in their guild. And then when it was noticed, when it was brought to the attention of Intrepid, they did fix it. But at that point, like the difference in leveling had been so far, like that Polar was just way above everyone else. Anyways, that's sort of that ties into leveling. But yeah, I don't know how you can slow down leveling anymore. I don't know. It's so weird. I'm curious to see how long it takes to get from 25 to 50. Alright, Souls. Have fun at IHOP. Oh, that man, I'm hungry now. Why'd you mention IHOP? This is Ashes of Creation. Is it Brunhilde? I like your name. Are you actually a hipster? I don't mind grinding, but current state is way too much grinding. It's painful. I'll be blunt. Like, it's a painful process. I don't want to sit with my back to a wall in a dungeon for 8 hours. Like, one, I don't have that time to spend on Ashes. Like, And if I did have that time to spend on Ashes, that is not how I would want to spend it. Oh, we got a lawless PvP area. Level 1. Active player 0. Let's go see what happens. There's like no one here. Crossroads. It's all blocked too. I don't know why they put every road we've been on. There's no safe travel. Like every single road has had things on it, and I don't like that. It was fun. Phase 1. Phase 1 was fun, yeah, but I think that's because nobody had been. Oh, you want to? Oh, you guys want to bet me if this is a server? Is this a plug? What's going on here? You see the difference? I wonder if that's a server worker. All right, around 17. Or maybe it's just the plug, the terrain. All right, it's not a server worker, so might just be the plug, the way the terrain is colored. I don't know, that's weird though. But I think phase 1 was it was new. People were like, cool, like we finally get to play this, right? And so I think that's part of why it was so much fun. And now that people have had time in it, it's no longer fun. So scrolls were supposedly stacking. Yeah, that's what everyone had said. What's up, Triple? No, I don't think anyone had their tunes rolled back as far as we know. Don't believe so, because Polar went on to declare against Winstead, which became a whole nother thing. Oh yeah, that is a plug. You can see the plug, the node plugs, or settlement, sorry, is right there. And they were full of level 25s. So. And part of why Aura did not fight back is because there was huge level differences between what Polar had to attack with and what anyone had to defend with. But like, it wouldn't have been fun anyways. Oh shit, raptors, what is all this, man? I can't run anywhere. Like, this feels even worse than EverQuest. All right, where do we want to, ultimately want to try to get down to the river. So how do we want to go about this? Maybe just go wide way around? That's why everyone is bitching about cheating. Oh yeah, it's all about Polar and Envious right now. Also, part of this is that there's suspicion that, you see there seems to be a lack of mobs. Do you not see everything around me? I can't get anywhere without passing something. Why is he a blue? A level 1 hawk. Why is that a thing? Where are we at that we're at level 1 stuff? It's so weird. I think there's too much stuff in the way. But yeah, I think phase 1 was just fun because it was new. Did I say what? Sorry, what did I say? Anvils is horrible. Everyone left. Yes, that is our goal right now too. What is this? Oh, shit. God damn it. And the wolves, you can sprint all you want. They keep up with you no matter what. So, because they're broken. Remember the green mob bug in phase 1? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's been a while. Is my mount really about to die? All right, we're going to try to split the camps. Or wait, why am I getting hit? Why is it not hitting the mount? Isn't it supposed to like damage the mount first? And why can't I click on my mount? I don't know, guys. I want to be positive as much as I can, but I also don't always have positive feelings. And I also feel like I shouldn't be like telling you lies, right? Like I shouldn't be here. Like if I don't feel everything is great, like if I have legitimate like thoughts about things not being that great, I don't feel like it's fair to anyone for me to sit here and be like, Oh yeah, put down $100 and it's great. It'd be cool, right? Seriously, why is it killing me and not my mount? And now it leashed? What the hell? I won't say who, but I used to follow. So I've been deep in sort of the creator community for Ashes for a while, and it's full of wonderful people. You know, I think when you got people like Richie and Nice and Burns, you know, Jamie, Chaos. There's a lot of, I think, genuinely good people, but there are also some out there that will just tell you what I believe to be our frank lies about the game. Like, there's one content creator I quit watching because I was just hanging out in the stream, and it's like, hey, what do you think about the fact that this was like during phase 2, and we were already halfway through, and we didn't have like 10% of what was supposed to be there. And it's like, what do you think about that? And dude was like, proceeded to pull up the phase 2. Why can't I mine? Right there. Pull up phase 2 and like went like through the whole thing. Oh yeah, that's in, that's in, that's in, that's in. And it's like, no, none of that's in. Why are you on stream telling people that? I don't know. Anyways, that's not gonna be me. Like I'm gonna tell you the game has a lot of issues. And if you ask me if you should buy it, my first question to you is going to be, what's your motivation? Like, are you okay with building? Are you okay with working in an environment that is in development, that is at times very problematic? Like, how invested do you want to be? And if it's not, if you're someone that likes to kind of experience games and from time to time or can get easily upset, like then I will just straight up tell you, don't buy it. Like, wait. Make them show you more before you do. Why, at this point, I would just tell almost anyone to wait until November. Unless you've really been waiting for the game and you know, you finally have the ability or the means to purchase it. Well, Filthy Man, I appreciate you. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I'm not here to rouse anyone up. We just are having a chill. It's, what time is it for me? I stream early. I'm in NA, so it's 8 in the morning for me. So I haven't had time to get wound up. So hopefully things stay chill. Unpopular opinion: Steven gets it 75 to 8% complete and sells rights to a bigger publisher. They either fix the broken or change the... I think he has too much pride, and this is something that he has wanted. What game is this? Miner 2.0? Yeah, it takes forever, doesn't it? What is the least I can pay to get into this? $100. Will the game be free in November? Hell no. The game will never be free. It will always be a sub at some point. I don't think so. You know, this is all based off Steven's Pathfinder campaign, so I don't think he ever sells it to anyone. Now, there are investors, so, I mean, there are people, I know we all like to think that he is beholden to no one. You know, that it's his, he's paying for it, and he doesn't, I mean, he doesn't have publishers or anything, but there are investors. So, I mean, we know there's two. Because people have found like legal proceedings and things where it mentions stock purchases of Intrepid. So we know that exists. So there are some people that you have to sort of, I think, answer to a little bit as far as what you're doing. Mind the deer. The deer might kill me. I don't know. What's up, Sadie? The game is proof of concept for Intrepid's business content or concept, maybe. I do think initially he had much grander ideas for this. There was something called IntrepidNet that they had created. They hadn't created, but they did have a copyright for it. Which to me sounded a lot like BattleNet. And so I do think they had intentions, because again, as everyone can remember, we originally had Apocalypse, Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, which was sort of like a battle royale type game. And so I do think there was like intent to create a whole ecosystem of Ashes of Creation. How is it different from other people's license? Graphics look awesome. At times they do, at times they don't. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe if you watch for a little bit, you'll see. Oh, we finally reached level 2 in mining. That took forever. What level is my character? 8. Did you keep progression through phases? No. There are wipes and there will continue to be wipes. So. Let's see some combat. All right, sorry. I don't see much nodes of like I haven't been able to find many things to mine, so that's why I stopped. Sorry if you're curious as to why. Seeing all this lane here, like I hadn't seen any of that anywhere in where I was. So, but again, here's what I was bitching about earlier. Like if you're trying to just peacefully walk through a road, like what is this shit? What is all this on here? Why is there a level 1 slate wolf sitting here with level 10 brown bears? I'm trying to, I don't know what node I want to settle in, to be honest. They have the ability to modify core software. But I think UE's, you can modify UE completely. We are trying to run to Dunhold, yeah. I think I'm not, where is it at? I don't know why it's been set at 99%. Oh no, it's at 100% now. So is it going to change? All right, let's keep going. All right, shit. Where are we running? Guess we're going to try to make a path, but I need to be up there, don't I? Is that what I'm looking at? Do I want to be up instead of down here in the river areas? Maybe I can come through here. Maybe we'll just do that. Let's just try to run through here. And can you zoom out on the map? Yes, but not completely. I wish I could zoom completely, but I can't. So this is, of course, Riverlands. This is what we started with. And you can see actually how everything is vassaled. Right? So you have Winstead and its vassals are Halcyon, Miraleth, and Joeva, which show up in red. So you can see. Although, why is it showing that? Parent Joeva. But isn't Joeva? So here I'm confused. How is this parent? How is this that's way over here? So here's Joeva. How is this a vassal to that? Look at the distance. I don't know how that works, but anyways. Reminds you of New World. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are New World-ish here. What do we got down here? More brown bears that will definitely kill me. More ravens. Level 10 raven, which will probably be sadly a challenge. All right, there's so much to mine, but I won't make you watch me mine. So I guess I couldn't make you. You could just leave. I was excited for AOC. Not sure if it's for me though. Want to do dungeons with the homies? Yeah, I mean your dungeons are all open world, so I mean you're going to have competition if you're okay with that. What's the game that's coming out? Shit, I'm forgetting the name. That's basically just dungeons. Like skip the leveling process. Just run dungeons. I cannot remember the name of it. Does the mount fight? No. I think there are plans to eventually have skills and stuff like that, but not currently. This is probably my favorite mount skin. Fellowship, that's it. Yeah, Fellowship is an interesting concept. Feels hollow. Yeah, I did not test it, so I don't have any real opinion on it, but it's an interesting idea. What's the best way up here? Can I even get up down there? So we're gonna find out. I feel like I should probably go up a level here. I'd be wrong. Harvest specific animals, create mounts. Yeah. How do I like IOC? It is at times fun and at times painful. Your percentages will vary. Where you sit. I think that's a fair, super brief assessment. I think there's for me probably more times that are frustrating than shit, is that thing gonna come at me? I thought I could sneak around it, but oh, now that's cool. Look at that mountain. You get times like this. Now the water looks like shit. That water looks terrible, but that looks pretty cool. What's up, Leroy? So impressed with Phase 3 Alpha. The game's so much potential, and there will be so much content. Are you being sarcastic, or are you being real? It's really hard to tell anymore. Looks a lot more polished from what I played a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, there's been movements forward. Did you see WoW has filed RICO charges against the private server? I did. Let's run around and see what that's like. That server's been going for a long time, right? And isn't it also in yeah, for those of you who are asking about animals, like this is the process. I don't think I can actually try to harvest him, but oh no, I can. So this is taming. I hit the F key and I wait. That's what animal taming is right now. But yeah, that server's been open for a while, right? So there's questions of like, can they even do anything to a Russian company? But am I going to get anything from? What the fucking hell? Where did that come from? What the hell? 17 Hawk. Oh, this shit just spawned in. This shit was not here. All right, that's server lag. That is definite server lag. I thought I was there with a lonely mountain lion that I could harvest. Oh shit, now I got myself in an even worse spot, I think. What the fuck, man? Those just came, that was some delay too. Did you see that? Like how long was I sitting there harvesting before those things just popped in? 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So this is going back to when I say, if you get frustrated by stuff like this, like just wait till November. Like don't spend the $100. Jesus Christ, man. That came out of nowhere and it was level 17. Like what is a level 17 doing right there? $100 for that's wild. I mean, it is what it is. It was 250. All right, well, I'm not going to worry about all the green shit or the stuff we got. I don't think I'm going to try to run back. We'll see where it puts us. There was no shot at trying to even... Oh, this put me all the way back. Thought it's supposed to put you back at the closest. Maybe I just hadn't discovered the Ember Springs. That's what it is. I had not actually discovered the Ember Springs yet, and so I don't think... Do you want to see where it's put me? Back up here. We were down... Where did we die? Right here. Wow, that's painful, man. That lumberjacking sucks now. Level 1 mobs are lethal. I mean, you certainly can't come in and just craft for a living. Like, you have to level up your character first. It won't work any other way. You know, so that initial, like when we were told, oh, you can come in and you can just be an artisan. Game is really farming money from people. I mean, not so much anymore. It was, but they, you know, they've not had skins for a little while. But I think they're going to be putting skins back on. Oh my Jesus, dude, this is not what I was wanting. All right. And I have a 7-minute cooldown on my mounts. You're leveling to 25 via fishing? Are you serious? I wonder how long that will take. So Master Chief, just so you know, so the Forge Maester is just echoing posts from TikTok. Hello, TikTok. I don't have it set up yet to where you can respond back through that bot account. I do plan to do that, just so you know like what's set up here. They can still see it on stream though. Well, actually, no, they can't. I don't have the chat set up on TikTok that way. So, those are the screen size. So, something I need to work on. God damn, now we got so far to run. Actually, should I even go this way or should I go back that way? I'm trying to think of the best way out of here. That sucks, dude. Yeah, server glitch put us all the way back at the start. Can we get through here, hopefully? Oh, it won't let me. Why can't I go that way? Is that an invisible wall, I guess? I can't fit through there. Not even this tiny ass dwarf can't fit through that spot. But see, this is the kind of thing that for me personally, like when that happens, with what just happened, with us just like getting basically one-shotted because of server lag. Like, that makes it hard to come back, you know? Just to be blunt, like it makes it real hard to come back and play this game. We got to get e-growing, but it is full time, like Dusty. Yeah. Oh my God, what happened? Just hit smite, it didn't work. Oh, that's because he's broken. Yeah, that's a broken mob. This little area is full of them where you can't attack them. Yeah, I am. I'm a physician, yeah. So I think it would probably honestly take quite a lot to turn this into a full-time gig. And as much as I wish that was possible, I don't think I'm that entertaining. up, Copeland? Yeah. I've spent most of my career treating end-stage, late-stage dementia patients. So think of like Alzheimer's. So dementia in general is probably about a 10-year illness. It varies. I mean, some people can certainly progress through, 4 or 5 years, and some might have dementia for 15 years. But it's generally a 10-year process. So most of the folks that I took care of were probably like years 8, 9, and 10. So a lot of hospice, a lot of, conversations with families about death and stuff like that. So it's a very, very challenging field over time. Very much can feel like Dr. Death from time to time. Yeah, so working with the brain. What is this thing still on me? Hold on. Oh, there were 2 of them? Oh, there was only 1. Oh, you're a radiologist? Oh, interventional as well. Okay. Radiology. So what I do primarily anymore is actually just train. I just train doctors basically, more so than practice. Why can't I not get up? And oh, this is so weird. I can't get horizontal enough to see out of the water. All right, there we go. I'm over on EU, Lotharia. I greatly prefer Lotharia to get. What is going on with this server shit, man? Holy hell. This game's sick. Something about it's dead. I don't know. Something sick. I know that's not what you meant, but do I have a opinion on mental states? Yeah, but I'm not gonna dig into that right here, including the current one. But what? I got the Kickstarter day 1 key for this game. Never played it. Is it worth playing? I mean, if you already got a key, get in. Find out for yourself. Not to avoid your question, but like if you got a key, I'd just come on in. I wouldn't go buying it right now. Make it a Jin, Rogue, or a Blast. Yeah, the Rogue's fun. Rogue has done very well. So Lotharia, hold on. Here. I'm on Lotharia, and here I can show you. So this is showing as 100%. It was 99 when we started. Yeah, this is the starting area for Anvils. We were trying to run, and ran into a server issue. We were trying to run to Dunhold, and the server killed us. So we got spawned all the freaking way back here. What do y'all think about this time to kill here? I can hit number 2. I can hit my 2 button, let it auto attack, say a few words to you all, wait for, oh, 2's back up. I can push it again. There we go. We got a little bit extra damage. Then I can come back to talking. Oh, my health's a little bit down. Hold on. Let me push 4. And now let me push 4 again. Okay. We got some health back. Oh, okay. We can move on. Yeah, the where's the map doesn't work. I had to turn it off. Because it blocks the entire screen. Mace, I got you. I don't know that they're ever going to give us keys, though. Do they have drops? Rarely. They implemented some changes for the they called it economy changes. This is Ashes of Creation. To try to improve the economy, and one of those was really drastically reducing gear drops because they want crafters to be able to make things, right? The problem with that is that crafting is also just jacked up right now. The whole leveling process, like having the correct crafting stations to be able to level your artisanship skills, like it's not balanced at all. And so not having drops plus having crafting that's not really working well has been very frustrating for people. I'm still in my starter gear basically. I have a bow that's an upgrade. You know, so it's just a mess. Be blunt. Played probably 100 hours, haven't had much PvP. Yeah, you can find it if you go look for it. I don't know, it's looking like a very like every generic MMORPG. Not sure if you're allowed to say whatever you want. Well, within reason. If you're an asshole, I don't want you here. But I don't think there's any invalid opinions. I mean, I'm not like on some train of everything's gravy, man. Like, there's a lot of issues here. My opinion on drops, though, like I don't like the process. I don't like what they're like. Basically, you can get some crafting. Well, we dropped everything. Mostly, what you're getting is glint. What I would prefer to see, if you want crafters to craft stuff, like he's got what is that, a rod? And he's got some sort of loincloth, right? So when I kill him, okay, I get it. You don't want to drop the entire completed piece. Perfectly fine. You want the crafters to craft it. Makes sense. At least like have a salvageable weapon or something. Like, okay, I get the spear tip off this, or I get some wood. Like we busted his rod here, so then I can pick up that as a component that can then be used for creating gear. Like that would make sense to me. That would make it. You would have dopamine hits because you got stuff. Oh, cool! I got some, you know, some zinc. I got some copper. I got something I can break down into mats. And that gives you, I think, some meaningful gameplay. It makes it feel a little bit better. And right now, it doesn't do that. But if you implement a system like that, you also don't take away from your crafters, right? Because all you're doing is introducing mats that they can then use to craft. And I think you can do the same thing with raid bosses. You know, the raid boss has some badass sword. Okay, then don't drop it, but maybe you drop the recipe, or maybe you drop a broken version of it that your crafters can then go learn the recipe from, or something like that. I mean, there's ways to add in, I think, appropriate drops to combat that don't disrupt the crafting system in a negative way. So, a little spiel, but all right, now we're back to our starting area. This is the way Lineage 2 did the crafting before, I believe. Yeah, I mean, this game is basically Lineage 2 and Arcage. I mean, that's, if you want to see any sort of like where they're headed, that's where they're headed. See, you got areas like this that do look pretty. Like, I think this looks, I mean, this doesn't look bad. Oh, the mount. Yeah, this is one of the skins. So they've started giving us our skins that we purchased years ago. Not all of them, but some of them. Looks like a rework Guild Wars 2. You know, funny enough, they don't mention Guild Wars 2 at all when you talk to them about their inspirations. Where does this go? You got this road. Is there nothing up here? I think we should go explore. Looks both new and dated at the same time. Yeah, and the longer it takes to actually get the game out, you know, the further you get into UE5's lifespan, I think the more it's going to look dated, right? Just to be blunt, I mean, everyone always used to joke, like, are you going to have the game out before UE6? And while I get it, it's a joke, like, you know, maybe it's a real question. When will I be able to play this game? You can now, if you have $100 to spend. Yeah, I can, here, let me real quickly show you the skins of what we have so far. All right, so this, what do they call this? This is the Silk Fur Dune Hunter. Actually, this is not my favorite skin. Let me show you my favorite skin. I was wrong in that. All right, go away. This is my favorite skin, the Fox of the Pyre. Look at that. Look at those tails, man. And those are actually light sources. Like, there are elements of this game that it's like, wow, things are nice. Now, I don't know what this smoke shit is right here. That looks terrible. What is that? Squares? What is that shit? You got like bugs or something, man. Like, we need to get some medicine for you. I don't know what's going on there. But like the flames on the tails here are actual light sources. So if you're in the dark, they will illuminate the area. What's up, Lieutenant Dan? Armor gives Mothman vibes. Yeah, this is my favorite armor as well. I can show you. Let's see. Here is Royalty. Royalty is it's whatever. I don't know. And then we have Majesty, which I think just looks stupid. I hate the color. The color scheme sucks, man. It looks so pudgy too. Look, badass dwarf. What is the class system like? You know, it's your standard 8 stuff right now. You got your rogues, your cleric, your tank, fighter, bard, ranger. Am I missing something? We don't have the summoner yet. Debating on playing PoE. I mean, I think everyone's playing PoE too. All right, we're gonna get out of this. This I do not like. There we go. I like that much better. Let's see the other way. Let me show you some of the other mounts, I guess, real quick. All right, Midnight. I think Midnight Mayor's already been in, right? Moonstrider Mule. This one's kind of funny. All right, that didn't work. Let's try it again. I got the Phase 2 Alpha 2 package. Did you have to do something extra for the skins? Yeah, I don't believe they had skins in that package. So these would have been skins that would have been, gosh, from years before. There's your immune. I like this. This is okay. It's funny watching the dwarf get on. I mean, he looks so tiny. Yeah, if you got in at the Alpha 2 Phase 2 stage, then you won't have any skins, I don't think. Let's see. Ebon Omen. That's another one that's, I think that actually looks pretty good with this character skin. Like that's part of that set. So this is Ashes of Creation. But the class system is you know, pretty standard. I will say the classes, for the most part, I think that the ones that people don't enjoy right now are, I think the tank is one that's highly debatable as whether it's fun. The fighter is another one that can feel, I think, off sometimes. The rogue is done very well. The bard is done pretty well, is pretty good as well. Now I am actually playing a cleric, believe it or not, and it's okay. I think it's in a good starting spot, but how do I not have skill points to? All right, we do have some weapon skill points, just one apparently. Oh no, we want to do critical damage, I guess. Really, let's crit power. Yeah, we'll just keep that for now. All right, we'll just improve damage too. Go boss fight? Stop, die. What do you mean go boss fight? Is this final graphics? Probably not. Hopefully not. I think there's going to be more passes that come through. But that's a stab in the dark. Hopefully. Unclear. I mean, this has a very generic UE5 feel. Let's be real. Like this feels very much like every other UE5. Is this coming to console? Nope. Not that we know of. Can you change your class after you decide you don't like playing that class? They've not outright said you can't change your primary. That being said, most likely you will not be able to change your primary class. Now they're hopefully going to have a system called augments. So technically this is an archetype. They would not call this a class. Eventually you'll be able to... Wait, I wanted to harvest. Right, maybe it didn't drop anything. Eventually you'll be able to add a secondary. So like if you're a cleric, you could add a bard as a secondary, and that secondary class will then kind of add some flavor to your primary class. That is not in yet. The earliest any of that is supposed to be in is like January, February of next year. And that's only going to start with, that will only start with the tank and the cleric as secondaries. When you add those two together, that is when you will have a class. So like I think it's the summoner as a primary, and the summoner as a primary, and the cleric as a secondary is supposed to be like a necromancer, as an example. There's a lot of things like that. I don't know how they're going to do a necromancer. What we seem to not have the ability to have death magic anymore. Like we were always told we would have a death. Well, we weren't always told. There was the suspicion of having death magic, but now that we've been told a little bit more about the cleric secondaries, there's 4 primary things. Here's the helm. I forget, somebody asked, Cold Cowboy, here's your helmet. This is a skin, by the way. What the goddamn hell? Is this game on Steam though? Shit, what was I saying? Oh, the cleric. So as an example, there's 4 schools of augment apparently that you'll get from a cleric as a secondary. One is going to be healing, basically, your ability to heal. The other is purification, so you can purify debuffs and stuff like that. Third is radiant, so that would be your damage. Are you going to have damage, radiant damage abilities? And then the 4th was, shit, what was the 4th? Wait, it's in the actual class. Salvation, I think. So, which is like a resurrection probably approach. So within that, there's no like death magic. So I don't know how we get a necromancer. Is it worth the $100 right now? That's such a difficult question to answer. I think you could have fun. Would you have fun? I don't know, because I don't know you. Great example. We were trying to run to Dunhold, which is down here. You can see our tombstone. It's our last death location. We died because of server lag. We were in an area that had no mobs, and then all of a sudden there were 17 mobs, level 17, and we died. We got like 1 or 2 shotted, and then it put us all the way back here. So if you don't like that kind of an experience, an alpha environment, then I would probably wait. Max level is 25. Goal is to eventually be 50. Yeah, solo playing is very rough. Is it on Xbox? No. Probably will never be on Xbox, is my guess. But unless it gets super successful, then maybe. The Steam thing, I don't know if they don't want to pay for the costs that come with Steam. Where'd this Raven just come from? How did I miss? Oh, it's... All right, we're going to switch to the Greatsword just because it will... Or we were going to switch to the Greatsword. Just because it will hit both of them at once. I mean, if the Raven ever decided to actually come attack us, it would hit both of them at once. Are we at a server boundary, I wonder? I'm getting lag again. All right, where's this fucker going? Yeah, we're getting some weird lag again. And now we got another Raven. Wonderful. All right. Do a big heal here. What's up, Sticky? Have I seen Richie's Doomer video? I have. Is it really Doomer? Or is it just telling a truth that people don't want to hear? I don't know. Progress will be, yes, progress will definitely be reset on release. Crazy, you have to pay 120. It's 100 right now. Usually maintenance in like an hour for the server. They've changed the times. I think US maintenance is, what's 5 my time? Lotharia is 10 p.m. my time. So there shouldn't be any maintenance, but they do maintenance once. Yeah, we are on Lotharia. We are on the EU server, even though I'm not EU. So I find the EU server to be much more fun. You have, I think, less assholes. You also have less people, so I don't know if like there's a correlation or it's just the fact that there's less people. But I definitely feel like it's less of an asshole server. But yeah, they have gone back to daily server resets as their servers degrade terribly over time, and they've not been able to get that fixed yet. So. Is there any life skills? Yeah. No, there's a whole set of artisan stuff. Right now, it's like super difficult to do. I can show you. Let me get somewhere where I'm not in the middle of a pack of shit. But there's artisanship, so you have your lumberjacking, your fishing, your crafting, your processing, all of that is present. Shooting 1,000 arrows to kill a raven does not look good. Yeah, I would agree. That that scorpion is still on our ass. I don't know. All right, it's left. The TTK is like a mess, for sure. Oh, that fucker on my mount. What is going on here? Get off my mount, you ass. All right. If you pay for access phase 3, we have access to the rest of the phases. Yes. So you will have you will have access to beta 1, beta 2. Those are the other phases that exist or will exist. You will not have access to like the game. Well, you'll get I think a month of I believe you get a month of game time. So this is planned to be an subscription-based game. I'm not gonna lie, healing feels terrible right now with the way gear is. Haven't found anything that was fulfilling as RuneScape for life skills. You know, what I would say is Ashes of Creation has the potential to have some really fun life skilling type stuff. It is very much a work in progress right now, and one of the biggest issues that we have is the sort of balancing of life skills and crafting and stuff. It's pretty messy. All right, why is this a 1-star that's level 1? Why even have a level 1-star? I don't understand the thought process for that. But we'll kill it and see what happens. Hey, we got 50 experience. Visually, it's super pretty, but I don't know how I feel about it so far. I mean, there are elements that look wonderful, and then there are times where you look at it and it's like, what just happened? Like, it looks so pretty here, and now it looks as a Skyrim. Hell no. Oh, that came out much more forcefully than I meant for it to. Sorry. No. Definitely keep your eye on this. It looks like it does have potential, but it's, I don't know. It depends on, I don't know. I think we're going to get a release sooner than later. This is Ashes of Creation, and that release is going to be a lot different. Not a lot different, but I think there will be differences from what we had originally thought. So, Final Fantasy 14 looking different these days. Yeah. Guild Wars 2 with UE5. Their goal is really, I'm just showing some of the life skills since somebody asked. Their goal is actually more so like an Arc-Age, Lineage 2, modern type thing. What's up, Grabba? Yeah, the skin. Oh, let me show you the full. Hold on, I'll get UI out of the way here. Yeah, this is my favorite skin by far. Oh shit, tree just went right over my little dwarf in the head. Dickie, I didn't get back to you with the question about Richie. I actually tend to agree that I don't understand why we're doing event systems, adding in entitlements and the ability to buy skins and have them presented in game. We seem to be moving to a lot of systems, a lot of important systems prior to shoring up other systems, if that makes sense. And that, I think, does raise this question of like, is there a plan for, what are all these rocks for some sort of release into beta sooner rather than later? These are all, was this level 5? The tree just rolled down. Oh yeah, no, physics are wild here, man. How's the Alpha 3? I'm in the hospital. Oh, I hope you get better. Sorry you're in the hospital. You do have, yes, they added pretty much, I think everything's in now except for Tolnar as far as races. It's okay. I mean, these RAMs are also a little buggy, I think. Let me try to. They have a charge. They have a charge that homes in on you, like you can't dodge it. Weird. He turned into me in his charge. No, you cannot dodge. No, you cannot step out of the way. That is not the intended gameplay. Yeah, they are an aesthetic. They really don't add anything. The races do not. It's just PC, no Xbox. How many arrows can a ram withstand? That is such a great question. I almost want to measure, you know, we measure TTK, right? Obviously with time to kill. I almost want to measure like, we can measure deaths by how many arrows. Instead, does dwarf class have a similar hitbox than others? That's a great question. It feels like it. Yeah, there are infinite arrows. Why is one mob treated like a boss fight? That's a great question. I mean, these are level 6 too, so they're 2 levels behind below me. believe it or not. Oh, I pulled both. How'd that happen? Uh-oh. Could be a problem. All right, we'll try it. We'll try it. Let's see what happens. So I'm switching to the greatsword because it will hit both of them. I prefer the short bow. Since we got two. Although they do have to join together in order to. God damn, like ping pong. Oh hell, it hardly doing any damage to him, so I'm just gonna go back to. Sir, can you this is not ping pong, sir. And there's some tab targeting issues that come about with this game too. And there's some general combat. Like, I don't know if you noticed my, oh my god, these headbutts that, they chain headbutts that are quite annoying. It's like a chained stun that you can't dodge too. So, why is my stamina always 0? Homing missile. All right, let's see if we can dodge this. Oh no! Oh, did we dodge it? Oh no, he just died. He curved at me. Oh, I can't figure out which one of you has the longer horns. Sure. Like, oh, he looks maxed out. Hitting toddler damage numbers. Yeah, that's partly the skin, to be fair. It's a hell of a lot of effort to kill some deer. Hey now, that was a ram. All right, I don't know. Where do y'all want to go? This is... Oh, is this on Xbox? No, this is PC. Use action targeting more. I have played a little bit with action targeting, but I've not liked it. I don't know. It feels weird at times. Is a bow a one-handed? It's two. Looks like such a bad game. I mean, I wouldn't put it in the category of bad. I also don't know that I would put it in the category of good. Yet. I'd put it somewhere in between. The game's still running smooth with all the updates? Not really. It's running okay. We've had more server problems than anything. I've not had any crashes. I mean, that's nice. Like not having any UE5 crashes and stuff like that. But we've definitely had some server issues. Well, we've had one death today, and that was due to server problems. So I don't think you can really put a game in a category in alpha beta. I mean, that's true, but I got to tell you, I'm getting tired. I'm getting a little bit tired of the excuse of, well, this is an alpha, because I don't know, at some point, why are you killing my mount? Hello, I'm the one hitting you. What is happening here? You know, at some point, I don't think you can hide behind this is alpha forever. Like I think at some point you got to sit back and say, all right, it's been 9 years. Like, yes, you're an alpha, but you see how he changed direction midair? This is not fair, man. I think we still dodged it though. But I don't know. I just, my preference anymore. This came up yesterday. Vaknar is one of the community managers. and in Discord made some sort of mention about it being an alpha testing environment. And it's like, yes, it is. But I feel like at this point, you can't really hide behind that. Like it's better to call it a paid for live environment. So this is a live service game that is in development. I don't think you can call it an alpha in development and say it's not live service. And that's what people tend to do. They tend to say, well, this is alpha. You can't equate it to live service. It's like, well, people are paying for it. It is live service. You have a 24/7 server. I think it's fair to say, though, that it's a live service game that is in development. I would prefer that, but I don't think you can always hide behind alpha forever. But yes, this is Ashes of Creation. Everything is a temporary work in progress until it isn't. Yeah. To fight 1 minute mob, just yeah. I mean, that seems to be the common theme. Why is it taking so many arrows? The melee short bow hurts your eyes. Progress has been really slow, but it's small team and crowdfunded. I mean, it's self-funded. It's got a lot of money behind it. And the team has actually gone up to like 200, 250 people now. Just tuning in. Is this a boss high level mob? No, this was just me fighting. Let's try to harvest this hawk and see what happens. This is us taming, by the way. They delayed fixing this until the start of the year, the way it looks. 23/7 server. What'd we get? We got a hawk carcass and a little bit of experience. I don't see the point in 24/7 servers. Yeah, I don't. Combat is so flat, just generic and outdated. Combat actually feels decent. I will say, to be fair, I think the combat is probably the best part of the game right now. I know the people that really like PvP have enjoyed the combat aspect. So the cleric is a supportive player, is also not casting judgment. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I took off judgment just because it's such a slow cast, and I was more healing last weekend. I can show you all. Yeah, we can put it back on. You know what else I just realized I don't have? Let's switch some stuff around. What are we actually using? What are we not using? Let's get rid of this because we're not placing this on anybody else. I think gliding mounts are still coming. No, yeah. At some point. No. Yeah, I hate. Don't get me started on instant this sort of skill. I absolutely I don't know. I won't get started on how I feel about this being your first skill choice as a class skill. I think you should just be given it. But all right, I can show people. Yeah, we can switch to. All right, so we'll do judgment. So what was being mentioned? So I can do. This is where skills can synergize. So we can cast judgment, which when on a party member will heal them, but when on a mob will damage them, and this applies burning. And then when you use smite, if they're burning, it turns into conflagration. So you do get a boost. It's sort of their process, which is not bad. Melee form judgment doesn't take time. That's smite, right? Judgment still takes a long cast. Is it a monthly sub? Yes, but not yet. Right now you just buy in. So here. So we cast judgment. This is a long cast time. I'll just do it pure for now. But the target's now burning. I can apply smite. It goes to conflagrating, and there you are. So you do get a little bit of extra damage. So there's an example. That was a level 5. I'm level 8. All right, Master Chief, I'll see you later. Yeah, I'll be here on tomorrow morning, same time. I mean, you can speed it up a little bit, but this game needs 5 more years to be fully enjoyable. I mean, I think if they think if you take the content amount down, so if you don't try to make 500 different things and you cut it in half and make 250 things, I think that you don't have a 5-year time to be enjoyable. You have less overall stuff, but I think that stuff becomes more fun. And I suspect that might be what's happening. So can anyone join the alpha, or is there a limited invite? No, you can, but it costs you $100. Anybody can buy in. It also gets you access to beta 1, beta 2. It also gives you some game time, I believe. So it is a sub-based game. I saw someone instacast the Cleric resource. Yeah, that's I can show you that too. The point is to stress the servers and their team. That's good. Yeah, it is stressing their team. That is for sure. Is it pretty active? We don't know for sure. I'm on the EU server, which definitely has less people than the NA server. Even though I'm in the NA, or I'm in North America, I play on the EU server. I think overall, less people means better servers. So, or more server stability. That was a lot of effort for just killing a Raven that's 3 levels lower than you. Yeah. Here, I can show you this. So there is an ability to instacast. Oh wait, I need actual Cleric resource though, so I don't think I'll be able to do that just yet. All right. Did that just heal me instead of damage? That was weird. Never mind. I guess maybe I was out of range. I don't know what just happened. So I need to get resource built up. You can see it down here, building up in my icon, class icon down here. Once that's built up, I can actually then use Divine Infusion, which will allow me to instacast stuff. Hey, we got 1 drop out of that. That's nice. But without Divine Infusion, trying to use Judgment, it's just such a slow cast. Holy crap, where are all these motherfuckers coming from? Alright. Well, what just happened? Okay. We'll try that again once the cooldown's set. Where did that one come from? I don't even know where these are all coming from. Alright, so I just insta-cast right there. I don't know if you could tell. So that was a heal that I deliberately shortened down using Divine Infusion. Let's see if I start to cast Judgment, I can complete it automatically with Divine Infusion. And then I can cast Smite, and then they're conflagrating. And that's sort of that process. Oh yeah. Never coming out. No, it will come out. It will flop harder than New World. That I don't know, but it will come out. The question is what it will come out with. I do have to say you probably just don't deal that much damage as well. No, that's true. So sticky as well right now. The other problem is it you know, with the way gearing is and the way drops are and crafting, I don't have any gear. And so that greatly changes what I'm able to do. And it does make it a lot slower. All right, where did my mount go? This MMO has been on my mind since announced. So it's been on your mind for a long time. 2016. Is it any good? It's getting somewhere there. Huge fan of the game. How do you feel about the game in general? I mean, it's progressing, but progressing slowly. There are still a lot of issues that got to get worked out. But in general, you know, they have a good team. I will say the developers on the team, I like them. Planendorf is an amazing person to talk to. I hope he sticks with the project for however long the project exists. Planendorf is wonderful. They have a lot of good developers on the team. Lord of the Rings. I am actually looking forward. People kind of laugh when I say this because it's Amazon, but I am looking forward to the Lord of the Rings MMO. Hopefully we'll get some sort of news in the next couple of years about it. Is it in a better state than Chrono Odyssey? No. I did test Chrono Odyssey, in my opinion, even though Chrono Odyssey also has a lot of stuff that needs to be worked out. It's in a much more polished state. Just from systems down. Like if you look at systems, if you look at servers and everything else, that's not to say that at the end stages they are both equally the same. Where's this wanting me to go? Juvenile mountain lions. Oh, they're 1 stars. All right. Well, they're level 4. That shouldn't take forever, right? We do have a commission quest for them. So there was an initial Lord of the Rings that did get canceled. But Amazon has bought back rights. Well, not but they licensed the ability, so it's been back on. The original one was canceled, yeah, that they were gonna do, but it came back. How's the game now? I mean, it's a game. New World state right now isn't terrible. I mean, New World, if you like New World, I definitely think there's a population for New World. I always wonder what it would have been like if New World had released now, how it is now. Like, would people have thought differently of it? Respect to you for sticking with the anvils. I don't know. We were. I'll be honest, Sticky. Before you got on, we were trying to get out of the anvils, and the server killed us. So we got thrown back here against our will. All right, what do we need? We're not even getting pelts each time. All right. There's a lot of PvP in this game right now. Basically, the only real content that we have is PvP. The caravan system, node sieges, node wars. There'll be guild wars. Essentially, everything is centered around PvP. Having more fun in the Riverlands. I think that's, yeah, the Riverlands are probably the place to be right now. But like I said, we got sent back here kind of against our will. I know you can go to any node, but I don't get why you can't go get a quest. Yeah, they don't tend to guide you a lot, Bob, but they have changed that slowly over time. Like there are more directed process. I don't have a class combo. Combos are not in yet. I'm just a cleric. Yeah, we don't have secondaries yet. Like Steven did mention that sorry, my mind blank. I was trying to read something. Steven did mention like there are now kind of the starter zones will only be levels 1 through 30. And the rest will go up to 50. So they are starting to make more of a guided approach that they originally had sort of mentioned wouldn't be happening. All right, what is over here? So it's showing up on my mini map, but not my main map. All right, it's down below us anyways, I think. This game will never be released. Going to be a scam for the next few years. I disagree with that. I don't think it's a scam. I think I'm pretty upfront about how I feel about the game. I don't think it's a scam. A scam implies that they have taken your money and purposely are not going to deliver, right? I mean, that's what a scam would be. They are very clearly working on this game. Is it progressing how everybody wants it to? I would probably not, but that doesn't mean it's a scam. It might mean they're very inefficient, or that they're learning. Oh, there's two. I wondered. I couldn't tell if there were one or two. Oh, come on. What am I shooting at? What game? Oh, this is Ashes of Creation. You hate that change? I mean, yeah, the idea of each zone, or your starting zones only going to level 30 is definitely not what was originally presented. So I think it's fair to be sort of not super excited about that. Blizzard is working on a new MMO. Here, you want to know what I wish they would do? Because WoW is on this, what is it? War Within. This idea that there's some entity inside the world, and right, is that the storyline? I haven't been playing WoW, and that something's trying to destroy the world. So what if, is WoW universe? So yeah, so what if actually after the next expansion, the world explodes or something happens to the world as we know it in World of Warcraft, and it becomes World of Warcraft 2.0? Wouldn't that be just wildly crazy? I don't know. Why are there so... did I walk into these? What's going on here? Alright, why is my Instacast not working? Weird how it doesn't come up right away. Like it's waiting a few seconds before it lets me cast. Like, there, now it worked. That's so weird. I mean, Trainer, wouldn't that be crazy though? Like, I think if they were able to do something like that, where it's like the world ends, because if people wanted to stay in the original, in the original sort of world, right? Like you have WoW Classic now. Like they could stay in the original world. But this way you could introduce like the world explodes, and out of this comes WoW 2.0. And if they were able to do something like that, I think that would blow people's minds. I think people would be like, holy shit, that was awesome. At least I would feel that way. All right, I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. It'll take like 2 minutes. I've been wanting to get coffee, but we've been having fun chatting. Give me like 2 minutes. I will let you look at a pretty skin. All right. What's up? What's up, Grunkle? I haven't seen you for a minute. Ashes definitely need some grandiose things to spice up the world. Yeah, I mean, they need to add a lot more mobs. I don't know if you noticed, well, I'm sure you've noticed, but for people who aren't sort of super regulars in Ashes, like we've run into the same types of mobs everywhere. Like there's not a lot of variability here. What is trying to eat me? Game is amazing. Even at this stage, it's only going to get better. I mean, I definitely think this game hits the right spot for a lot of different people. It depends on the person. But for some people, this game has definitely, I think, been good for them, which is a great thing, right? At least you have some sort of target audience that you're building on, which is what you need. So Riverlands is a lot better for mob diversity. Yeah, I mean, it is, but it's still the same types though, right? I mean, you still got your Rams, your Minotaur. Is this game going to only be on PC? Yes. As far as we know. You know, now if it's a huge success, could it be pushed to something else? Maybe, but you're talking like years from now for something like that happening. Where are we wanting to go, actually? I want to go down, don't I? I'd still like to get down here, but should we cross here? What's inside? Are we gonna die? We might die. Game looks great, but it needs time in the oven even after all these years. Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be. There's a lot that needs to be improved upon. Again, my hope, and where I think part of this might be going, is that, you know, they had these grand ideas content-wise. They're still having a lot of trouble with systems. My hope is to maybe reduce some of your... What is going on with this raven? Reduce down a lot of your content so that you can come out with more unified working systems and content that is more fun, rather than try to release the entire world and have half of it be half fleshed out and, you know, not feel great. All right, where are we headed? I see ravens and stuff. Something's going to probably jump our ass, but that's okay. We got highwaymen. I like that the highwaymen are also dwarfs. Level 10 kind of packed together. Both of those would come at me ranged, which means I would have to go up and fight them all together. I'm not going to do that. All right, now. Not with the gear I have. All right. Fall damage is real. So what's going on? How can I get down? Oh, look, you can see, is that the plug? Wait, are we getting some buggy shit? Like, is that? No, that's reflections. All right. I was like, are we seeing under the world? But no, that's sort of water that's reflecting a little bit. But you can see the plug. This is the layout. When they call it the plug. This is where the node layout is. Why does it look like face went backwards? Source server face. I have a theory on that. I mean, I think if you compare the two together, they probably would be roughly on par. And this phase would have more content to it, right? Things that they've added over time. But I think we all experienced phase 2 or alpha 2 phase 1 as something brand new and fun and cool. and we all enjoyed it. And so now we compare everything to it. And we don't see a lot of change. That's my opinion for why things look and feel at times like they've gone backwards. I don't know that they've gone backwards so much as they've just not gone forward. All right, we might just go down back to the lifts. I think they were working, right? I made a spear on my cleric and have liked it a lot for big group pulls. Yeah, I love that you can use different weapons. I do like that they allow us to use whatever weapons we want to use. All right, on lift. Which did they both come up at the same time? Have you done any crafting yet? Oh yeah, I mean throughout the phases, sure. They did a whole econ revamp of crafting that has made things not so great right now. So I really have no intent on crafting right now. Certainly not while I'm live. Oh yeah. So I have a 2-hand sword right now and I can 100% still heal. And the bow, actually the bow, I prefer the bow when I'm healing in a group because I can sit back and, you know, I can sit back and still do damage with the bow, but be out of like melee range to where I can still heal. So my preference as a cleric is to use the bow. So first time I've gotten into crafting, I've got split emotions on it. Well, what do you think? What's your opinion? Is it solo friendly? No. It is solo possible. Debating whether I can. Oh, we didn't take any damage. How'd that work? Bourbon. Good name, brother. Short bow needs nerfs. I think it hits 2 times as fast as it should. I like the short bow. Don't take it from me, please. Never. Yeah, I mean, really, your big progression everywhere, both from a crafting and a combat standpoint, is going to be with guilds. So it's just one of those things you're going to have to. I mean, you can solo. It's going to take you a lot of time to progress through the game solo. Like this right now is more so just because we're hanging out. I want to chat more than... I'm not someone that's trying to like stream big raids. It's more just hanging out with you all. So doing it solo works. Just started crafting and working on scroll crafting. Not a huge fan of how spread out. Yeah, the anvils especially. Where did you start crafting? Anvils is like literally some of the crafting stations in the anvils are literally separated by a mountain that you have to run around or through. What the hell? Where'd that otter come? Yet. You never be on par with those who are gilded. Yeah, for sure. Unless you just know people. I think, you know, there's potential ways to... Jesus Christ, we're back to this. This is sort of the node layout too for mobs. Like all around nodes like this, they just randomly throw big packs of mobs. Right. Whatever. What else, man? All right, we gonna make it? I'm not gonna hit the sprint button until I need it. Not that sprint is super helpful. Yeah, level 1 to 9, that's a good point. Level 1 to 9 is pretty easy, straightforward. And pretty easy to do solo. Actually, if you just quest, you're going to get level 1 through 9 pretty fast. But once you get to 9 to 10, so 10 is when you can become a citizen. And with a citizenship, you can start voting in things. Like you can be a mayor and you can do this and that. You can vote for your mayor. So they put a huge leveling gap between levels 9 and 10. I think largely to prevent a bunch of alts. However, I think the way it is currently, your alts get in as a citizen if you are. I don't know. It's gotten really weird, but there is a huge level change from 9 to 10. Like the amount of experience needed to get from 9 to 10 is pretty high. All right, so is this really all we have right here? Just this little tiny spot. I like how there's still a pack. Not really. It looks like too nice of a commission board for what we got going on here. They really need to change the name of equipment vendor. They don't sell equipment. You don't want to know how many times I answered the question in global chat about where to craft in the anvils. You can't become a citizen either. It's still bugged. I saw somebody else in Discord was mentioning that. Steven couldn't figure it out. I was super hyped for this game a couple of years ago. Not confident we'll ever fully. I guess it depends on, and this is not me trying to be like pedantic, but like, what do you mean by full? Again, I do think it will release, but you know, what do we have on release is unclear. All right, I want to change to a different mount. Hey, he's running a pack. Notice that he picked up the pack and I can't. So I have to wait for it to respawn. That's kind of weird. Wildstar needs to come back. Isn't there a private server? Pretty sure there's a private server out there. This wasn't $100 to try. Seems interesting. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens once they announce a beta, whether prices change or not. I'm curious how people will feel about that if they do change. It wasn't the, where's this Ember Spring? Any TLDR comparison? UB World? I'm not entirely sure. What do you mean? What's up, Stunner? Oh, there it is. I would have to imagine people understand their pain to support development. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's pretty clear that you are. There is no intent to be free to play. This is Ashes of Creation is a sub-based game. Are you liking the Firefox cosmetic? My favorite one. What's up, Dark and Story? Yeah, my favorite cosmetic, and I also have on my favorite gear. I don't know what the square stuff here. I feel like that needs some work, but other than that, yeah, it will not be free to play. It'll be sub-based. And then they'll sell skins. I think skins are planned to be one of their primary modes for making money, along with the sub. Yeah, it's definitely not you. I saw Steven was trying to troubleshoot it with somebody yesterday, and they couldn't get it figured out. So, all right, what level is this Raven? Level 9. We'll see what happens. Somebody count the arrows. Oh, there was a little bit of lag. Just a little bit. Are you guys notice? I don't know who else mains a cleric, but Divine Infusion. So Divine Infusion is not. It's not allowing me to cast it until like halfway through the cast. Is that what does this read? Instantly complete the remaining cast time currently being cast. I feel like that's wrong. Like it's somehow based on a tick. Like, are you not like it's? I'll try to do it the next time we fight. It's like it takes half of the judgment cast before this becomes available. Oh, I can actually just try it now on Deliverance. So see, it's not okay now. So that was halfway through. So it's taking half of the cast before it lets me auto cast, and I do not think that's the intent. Kind of weird. You were having that issue on your cleric. Okay, so it's not just me. Somebody count the arrows. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. My bad is fight is laggy. Yeah. As long as you don't do like $50 a skin. I'm betting there will be $50 a skin for some things. Unfortunately, I think that is becoming more of the norm for sort of the extreme side of skins. Versus I think your average skin is like, I don't know, $15, $20. Where did I get the skin? It was one of the packages they offered at some point. I don't remember which, but the one I liked, so I bought it. Based on your current accumulation, your bar, the earlier can cast, but that's not how it reads. Consume divine power to instantly cast. Oh, I see what you're saying. The amount of divine power consumed is proportional to the amount of cast time remaining. Okay, so then theoretically what you're saying, okay, I got it. I think I know what you mean now. Yeah. What am I drinking? It's just coffee. It's early here for me. It's 9:40. I'm over in the Nashville area. Oh. All right, well, we can play around with that. I guess I guess I have to get into combat where I build up enough. All right, let's try to build up. Oh, damn, man. That's still taking forever to build up my... That's weird. What was I using stamina for? I was just standing there. Yeah, there's your regular judgment cast time. It's partly why I don't like to use it. All right, so we 53 of 100. So let's try to somehow get that to 100. So I need to keep into combat. All right, I do not want to fight you though. You would probably pull everything with you. Let's try this Raven maybe. Is this out? It's in alpha. So I would not say it's out. Not as though it was a released game. All right, we're about, what are we at? 93. So let's try this. Okay, yeah. That was much faster. I don't know about the mechanic though of having to wait. I don't know. I've never really liked the class resource anyways, so I'm not a big fan of it. I'm always keeping an eye on momentum as a fighter. It really makes a difference. Does the game still feel a bit empty? Yes, it does. Will they increase the amount of mobs later? I hope so. I think we're supposed to get new types in November, I want to say. What is the game? What system's on? We're on PC, and it is Ashes of Creation. Oh, I should probably heal before I run through all this shit. They will aggro me. 135 arrows to kill a crow. I don't know, man. Yes, it is only PC. PC, it is not free to play. Currently, it is $100 to buy into the Alpha 2 Phase 3, which will also give you Beta 1, Beta 2 access. And will give you a month of sub time, I believe. But then once it's released, it will be a sub-based game. They do need to bring servers down for major issues randomly. Oh, hell yeah. That was yesterday. Yesterday was all sorts of issues. All sorts of problems yesterday. We have to praise them for the beauty of the world when you look at it far in the distance. I mean, sometimes, just being blunt, like this looks better, but we were at an area earlier that looked like I was in a Bob Ross painting. Which, if you like Bob Ross, then good. But I think there are definitely parts where the game looks really nice. And then there are parts where the game doesn't. And I think it's odd, one, that happens. But I also think that's why you get people that are like, the game looks beautiful. And then you get people that are like, this game looks like it's from 2005, which those people are full of shit. But, you know, but then you get people that are like, no, this game is not that nice. And I think it is because there are a lot of inconsistencies within the graphics, depending on where you're at. Hey, look, there's some free floating plants. Spellbook is nice, not as fast. Multi-target attacks. Yeah, that's true. Our bow, though, is the only thing we have that's actually like good gear. Oh. What's your cam? You mean like the actual cam I'm using? I just have Elgato. Face cam. If that's, I don't know if that's what you're actually asking about. We actually started this character, Devil Dog, with just for the hell of it. All right, we're gonna try to work our way back down to where we had died. Our body won't be there because there's a timer. But we lost some really nice stuff down there. Oh well. But yeah, you can use daggers as a cleric too, if you want. All right, what's gonna be our easiest way? So we just want to keep following this down. Our goal is really to get to Dunhole. It looks like the path is just to follow around, and then we'll cross this bridge over here. So the world is large, as you can hopefully see. And there's no flying mounts for the average person. Mayors will get flying mounts, but the average player does not get flying mount. We will have potentially gliders, and it's unclear how that will work. Holy shit. Whoa. Those aren't very big roots. Am I in the terrain right now? They have physical and magical versions of every weapon. Yeah, that you can't customize. Very, very true. You can pretty much use what you want. Where it matters is in your skills. You know, what does the weapon, does it provide you with skills that actually then synergize well with your class or not? So, like, I think is it the spell book that does fire damage? So like that would clearly be one that works well with smite. You've been wanting to stream this on Twitch, TikTok. How's your experience streaming been? Oh, it's okay. I think right now is the time to get in. I mean, it dips, I guess I should say. When we started phase 1, like there were tons of viewers. You also had people like Thor that were, you know, helping to amp up the visibility. You know, phase 1, I was at like, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 viewers. It's not like that at all now. So, but you know, if you get into it, they do have a content creator program supposedly that's going to be coming online at some point, probably in November from what they say. So, you know, if you want, you might just start doing something. I think for me, the hardest thing is just pushing start, if that makes sense. So I would just encourage you, get a basic setup going and just make yourself sit down and push start. Just stream, just go for it. Shit. All right, I don't know if I want to go over or under. I don't know what's appropriate. Spellbook and wand both apply burning. Yeah. So that, I mean, that is, I think, the ideal choice for... Holy hell. This motherfucker's gonna one-shot me again. How I got 3 of them on me, I have no idea. Like, there was no saving me there. There was absolutely no way. So, can you even run to the Riverlands from here? No idea. Apparently people do. All right, where's it going to put us? Kaltorhun. All right, at least that's not like super far away. All right, Devil Dog, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be here tomorrow if you're cruising the TikToks. The better than WoW. Yeah, I'd agree. I wouldn't compare. It's 2 very different games. Oh shit. What's up, Drasla? How's phase 3 in your opinion? We got cooldown on our mount too. It's wonderful. Phase 3 is phase 2.75. It is phase 2.5 with some improvements. And I do not mean that in a mean way. I just mean that in a sort of realistic... It's funny because each time we've done this, like, right, we had phase 1, and my opinion was, oh, well, Alpha 2 actually starts in phase 3. And so we get to phase 3. It's like, oh, no. Well, Alpha 2 actually starts in November when they do their Harbingers stuff. So I don't know if I'm fooling myself and pushing things back. All right, at least we didn't start, like, up here in the mountain. That way does not seem passable for us. Oh. So maybe we try this way? This is awful, man. How do we get down there without dying? They have monsters on every road. Like, so there's no like clear path to run somewhere. Which is odd. I mean, if you're in a group-based game and you want players playing together, you know, what if I started in Anvils 2 days later, my friends started down in Riverlands? Like, you're making it pretty damn hard for me to get there, play with my friends. I don't know if it's intentional, but yeah. That's our second death trying to run down to Dunhold. I almost wonder if I should just wait for my mount. Although, to be blunt, my mount has not really provided much help either. So maybe we just start over. Just make a new character down there. Maybe we can try like a rogue or something. I'm actually starting to get near the end of my stream anyway, so we'll try one more run. Maybe. Oh, I think I aroused that rock thing. I gave him an erection and now he's trying to chase me, I think. He erected. He stood up. That all sounds really bad, but it is what it is. Shit, how do I even get around all this? They have these crates to carry to settlements. I think they make them. That might be. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Trying to get crates across town to town. But I think it's always kind of been this way. Like, why is this raptor up against the rock? I don't know. Its placement is so weird. Would you mind if I made a... sure. I don't mind anything. Wait, are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? All right, where do we want to go? Over here. 1% crossroads. I preferably would be able to, like, not have to always go back. I think that's part of the problem too. There's not very many shrines in between. And so without shrines, if I die far, far, far away. I have to go all the way back. Oh, I said sure. I don't know what whatever your suggestion. All right. Where do we want to go? Want to go up or around? What's the fastest way? Theoretically, the fastest way is this way, but is it the safest way? Ashes is the Star Citizen of the fantasy MMO world. Yeah, I mean, I can see where some people might say that. Although the reality is Star Citizen is still going, so it's not like, you know, I don't know if it's as big of a dig as people might hope it is. All right, Mr. Mountain Lion, like, stay, like, so this way also does not seem safe. Right, there's a hawk. I don't know what the aggro radiuses are. What level are they? Oh, that was a nice lag. What in the fucking hell? That thing just came out of nowhere. And I am not going to be able to heal through this, most likely. Let's try to sprint. Did you see that? That happened to us before where server lag killed us because that thing just comped out of nowhere. It probably had been chasing us. But it just had not had time to actually, like, catch up on the server. And then all of a sudden it's there in our face. Wonderful. An alpha wolf too. How great. Wonderful is this. North seems like a mess. Anvils are a terrible place to start. I'll just be blunt. I might actually just tomorrow start a new character and just start in the Riverlands. This has not been an enjoyable experience for the most part. All right, I'm definitely going to probably die here. I was sprinting. How did the wolf keep up, or the raven keep up with me there? Shit. So sprint doesn't even help you here. See, they're all catching up with me even though I was sprinting. So it's like, what's the point of sprint, right? Why have sprint in if it doesn't actually allow you to distance yourself from anything? All right. So it's never going to be finished is what you're saying. I don't know that to say that. Although you know, is an MMORPG ever really finished? All right, guys. It is kind of at my mark for ending the stream, about 3 hours in. So, I think what we're gonna do here, I'm probably just gonna stop for today, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, same time. For now, I don't know that I'm gonna ever be able to run down that way. You know what? Let's try one more time. Which ways have we gone? We've tried this way. We've tried this way. Shit. We've also tried coming down here. I almost wonder if I should just get in the water. You know what? Let's try that. Let's try just seeing if we can cruise through the water. Maybe that will work better out for us. I have no idea. So, are we going to be able to get up? I'm laughing just because this is kind of ridiculous, to be honest, but whatever. You can do it. I mean, we'll try. We'll try one more time. We'll try one more time, and then I'll probably call it from. I just wanted to get to Dunhold. I can't even start in Dunhold. Starting freaking under a mountain. All right, let's just try to get to the water. An episode of Escape from the Anvils. I could probably edit this into that, Skinny Bruce. That could be like the Iron Man challenge, actually, for Ashes. The solo Iron Man challenge. Can you escape? All right, it's fucking Raven. How are there two? Where did that one come from? Fuck you. Sorry, I don't mean to be excessively rude with my words, but where did the second one come from? The water root is my best choice when I was playing. I appreciate the support. Let's just try to, hopefully we can get there. What do I have to run through here? Raiders. Probably make sure I'm healed. Does this have a release date? No. My mount's dead. I probably still have like a 5-minute, 6-minute count time on it. We've been trying to get to all we've been trying to do is to get to Dunhold. And we've died every which way trying to get there. Did something aggro me? I hear something. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, we've died any way there is so far, any path, we have not been able to successfully walk that path. Oh shit, that berserker scared the shit. There's just far too many things on the road that are like, that one-shot us too. They're like level 17 or 14 or something. Well, maybe not one shot, but like 2-shot, 3-shot. All right, we're, I think, almost to the water. So our game plan right now is to just try to jump into the river and take that down as far as we can. What is happening? Why is there an otter with a streamweaver? Like, I don't understand the placement of these things. Like, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. You must become one with the current. Yeah, I think we've died already like 3 times. 3 or 4 times trying to get down there. All right, maybe I don't have to be like in the water. What if we just try to be next to the water? All right, let's see. Mount ready? Oh, it is. Perfect. Oh shit, why did it get off? Get on. And say though, just watching a little bit, I've seen some new enemies. I guess there are a couple. Yeah. All right. I like how the flames continue underwater. Is that a raven in the water? What is that about? I really just don't understand the design. There's a raven in the water. If that freaking kills me, if this son of a bitch down here comes flying up through the damn river, good thing the under bridge trolls aren't in game yet. Isn't there one over by the slate wolf in the water too? Oh, amazingly fun. Isn't there a mob under a bridge? Oh, where's it at? What is with this raven and stuff being in the water? I feel like there is one down here somewhere. Like in this area, there's a bridge. It's over by Steel Bloom, I think. I'm pretty sure. All right, this has become a goal of... Wait. Am I going to not be able to go over the water here? What's this about? Yeah, there's all kinds of mobs in the water. What's the glowy? Oh, is that the... Oh, that's the... That's weird. See how the waterfall falls into there? Why does the lighting do that? Sorry, am I blinding you? Is this why they give the warning that the game can cause seizures? All right, so is our water thing not going to work here? Do they have a proper dam system? I mean, it looks like I'm not going to be able to... Oh, is that otter going to get me too? All right, so we got to run up here and jump over, I guess. I wonder if I can run in through there. Like if we can parkour our way. Let's go over here and see what's under the water. Sorry, I really don't know why it's visually doing that. I like the sound change. Definitely like being able to hear the waterfall. Pretty fun. All right, what's in here? What's that about? Oh, come on, let me up here. Why can't I climb up that? Ah, thought I could hop off my mount. So, not gonna work. Okay, good to know. As my mount drifts away from me. All right, I'm nervous, but we're gonna try it. Stick to the water. Stick to the... Oh, shit balls. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. All right. What are we gonna do here? We're just gonna go for it. Gonna go for it. Son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Swim, bastard. Can he hold his breath as long as me? That's the question. I know this is riveting gameplay, but I have become bound and determined. I'm now down my amount for 10 hours. What is it? 10 minutes now? Again. Hey, we made it. Why is my breath thing like half day and a half? What's going on there? I'm cheering for me to make it. Well, I hope I do. Okay, we're here. Where is here? I don't even know where here is. Hey, that's where we died last time. So we've made further progress. Because I think we actually died somewhere in here. Oh no, it was like right here. All right, so what is like the best way? The water's only going to take us so far. I don't know the area well enough to like decide where to come up. Like what should the approach be? Wait, how do you get access to phase 3? You purchase it. Applied for early access through free. Are you? This is Ashes of Creation. Are you thinking of that? So you would not apply for access. Ashes has always been one that you have to purchase entry into. I mean, you could buy your way in right now if you wanted. $100. I really don't. The visuals, the flash of light there. How much is it? $100. Which is a lot, but also has come down over time gradually. It used to be like 250. It was what was it then? 150, 125. Now it's down to 100. That should be a willow. Whatever tree that is. Oh yeah, $300 packages. That's right, Vader. So I'm a little bit worried. Let me get over somewhere where I can not drown. Wherever that might be. Holy shit, like this. I'm a little worried. This is a ridge right above us. Am I going to be able to get up there? I guess this might end up being where I have to. Yeah, 300 probably was the highest, you're right. Is that a $100 every time they do it? No, you pay once. So you would get access at this point to Alpha 2 Phase 3, Beta 2, Beta 1. And you would, I think, get a month of game time. Yeah, it will be sub-based. So you are only purchasing testing plus a month of game time. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. So we are near, there's more uphills here. Yeah, their model will be sub-based plus skins. No, you do get the month. When I had bought in during Kickstarter so many years ago, I actually ended up buying lifetime sub. But luckily, I will not have to pay for a subscription. All right, do I have my mount back? No, 4 minutes. I'm kind of worried about going further on land without my mount, because at least the mount offers me like a jumping off. I can sacrifice the mount. Yeah, they offered lifetime subs during Kickstarter, which is something that they'll never do again. Well, I'm also worried that I'm not seeing anything, that might be because the server is waiting to spawn them on top of me when I'm right in the middle. Yep, there's some lagginess. Oh, we're so freaking close, man. Like if we just run right through there. Should I do it? Or should I go down further? This path or this path? That's insane. I mean, whatever you contributed. Yeah, I mean, I do hope that the, that the game's successful. Because I had, the plan had always been to get my money back through, through the sub process. Am I even going to be able to get up there? I wonder if this road... No, there's the road. I don't like how that goes under. So I'd have to go under here. Then it circles back to this part anyways. So, I mean, everything's telling me to go this way. Oh, here comes the spawning. Oh, there. Now everything's spawning in. Okay. Here we go. Just as expected. Oh, Vader, I appreciate that. What's the gameplay loop? I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna, I mean, it's either we get to Dunhold or we die, and then we're gonna end for the day. But I appreciate you, Vader. What's the gameplay loop? Questing to level. The quests are not almost, there are some quests. There are not very many quests. Right now, everything's a grind. That is not their overall plan. Yeah, I really want my mount before I try to make this run. It's not the overall plan. They are wanting to add in questing and all these other events and other ways to the level, but those are not in right now. So it is entirely grindy. This one. Sorry guys, we're still trying. I want my mount. I want to be able to jump off the mount if I need to. $50 seconds. We are going to try to run right here. I think this is the path. If we can make that. And try to come in hot here. I don't know. I'm nervous. Where'd this road go? That's got to be a not right. Oh, is that the plug? Oh, yeah, you can see the outline of the settlement plug. That's why that road ends. So they've not got roads fixed completely. Wait a sec. Taking for freaking ever. Okay. Box of the Pyre. Oh. Let's go. Let's try to... Oh, now the raptor starts moving? That motherfucker wasn't moving at all, was he? Until I made my move? When does the alpha end? Unknown. Probably 9 months to a year. What's up, Zyback? We have created our own Iron Man challenge. I think I'm safe enough to show you. We are trying to get to Dunhold. We have, of course, started up here, and we have tried every path and have died to insanely spaced mobs that just 1 or 2 shot us. So, we are so close. So close. I feel like something's going to jump us. Something's going to make it not possible. Should we go through the trees? I'm second guessing every choice I'm making right now. Every choice in life is... And then we've had the problem of the server being laggy and things spawning on top of us and killing us instantly. Which direction am I running? Shit. Oh, it's lagging. Oh, no. Oh. That's awful lag, man. All right, what do we got there? We got anything going forward? I mean, there's stuff on the road. But I don't know. Which way should we go? Should we go? All right, guys. Should we go east? South? So you actually have to explore to get to... Yes, there's no fast travel. All right, we're going to go this way. Got a bunch of highwaymen. Oh shit, I think this is the bad choice. We're almost to the plug. I can't see through the trees. Oh shit, what's this? Oh. I'm really nervous. I just don't run into slate wolves. Yeah, it's true. They will kill me every time. All right. I can't tell if there's anything here. We're at the plug. And see that road leaning up to it. Yeah, summoner's not available yet. That's the last one. And once they have the summoner in, then they can also start doing secondaries, which is where the game will get a lot of fun. All right, I don't see anything there. I feel like that's going to give me a view that I can see what I'm doing rather than a bunch of trees. All right, let's give the server a second to catch up. So it doesn't spawn stuff right on us. Yeah, the summoner is going to be fun. Hopefully. I think that's what a lot of us are waiting for, is the summoner. All right, why is there a collar right in front? Like, he's right on the road. Like, why do you place things like this, Intrepid? I don't understand it. It makes no sense. This is not encouraging exploration. Because then I got a hawk right there. At least it's level 9. Deer. That's level 10. All right, we're going to go for it right here. Moved out of the way, so we're going to go... Oh, shit, but there's more. Okay. I mean, this is the general direction we want to run. Like, those are deer, so those are not going to aggro us. Oh, but now there's a hawk that just spawned in. God damn. Oh, we're so close. All right, we're going to go this way. Tab targeting isn't working, so I can't tab to see if anything's in front of me. All right, we got these fuckers spawned everywhere. What, and now they're higher level. What's that about? Closer I get, they're higher. That doesn't seem right. All right, so I got to get to that. Is that the plug? Ah, shit. Damn. Right here. All right, I see the road up. Oh, we're so close. All right, we made it. I feel like we're running into Winstead. And we're laggy again. Wonderful. Secondaries are probably advanced versions of the class. It's your secondary, so it'd be like a cleric primary, summoner secondary. And the secondary just adds a little bit of flavor to your primary. At least that's what we've been told. Holy shit, is that all that's up here? Is it really? What? Ran all this way? The lag. I was thinking it's Twitch. No, ain't Twitch. Hey, we made it. Is this open for anyone to play? Yes, if you want to spend $100. All right, first thing we need to do, because we die so much, where is the Ember Spring? Why is the Ember Spring so far away? If I die running to this freaking Ember Spring, where's it even at? All right, it's right. Oh my God, lag. Ugh. All right, well, we made it here. Dunhold looks wonderful. But look at it again. You can't authenticate to the server. Oh, their servers were melting yesterday, Zyback. Yeah, I don't know. They were a disaster yesterday. We've had some, I mean, I'm on EU, so I'm not on NA, but we've been having issues for sure with server stability and stuff like that over here. What is coming out in November? November is the Harbinger sort of event system where corruption gets spread across different areas of Verra, and it will move from place to place. And it's basically like a PvP event. He'll call it, Steven calls it a PvX event, but it's basically like a PvP or a PvP event. It might have some PvE in it, but like their next iteration of content. Interestingly enough, they called like Summoner and stuff cherries on top. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be ready in November, but hopefully they're. Yeah, huge settlement. Exactly. Like this is you know, you hear so much about Dunhold. You hope it's more than this. There aren't even people here. There's no other players. Did you play yesterday, Zyback? Like there were all sorts, and I think it was actually the NA server that was having most of the problems yesterday. You know, they've had to add back in server restarts because of so much server degradation over time, which is kind of unfortunate. But downfall of this game will just be how long it's been in creation for. I mean, that's I think a legitimate thing. You know, I often have talked about over the last 8-9 years, I've talked about Crowfall. You know, Crowfall took a similar approach to having 24/7 testing up for years, right? And, you know, Crowfall, one of their big points was, hey, we got to beta, and they tried to make a big deal about it, but nobody cared. Like nobody gave a shit about beta because everyone had already had access. Like anyone that had been interested in the game had already had the ability to play the game. And so there was no like rush of new players. And that's because of how they approached testing and it being open 24/7. Now, Ashes has not entirely followed that path. Like they've had periodic uptime, downtime, right? You had Alpha 1, then you had to wait a long time. Then you had phase 1 of Alpha 2, which was only what, 3 days a week. And then phase 2 was like, what, 5 days a week? And now we're kind of at 7 days a week. So it's not been exactly the same course, but, you know, if you do it a year of Alpha 2, phase 3, and then you get to, like, I worry that beta will come with the same sort of flop that it did for Crowfall, that people will not be super excited because it's been available for so long. Only thing that's sort of preventing that right now, I think, is the cost. So you have a lot of people that are aware of it and that probably have watched YouTube videos or watched streams, but haven't played it yet because of the cost. So that's probably the only thing that saves that. You know, maybe they get to beta and they say, okay, now it's, you know, $40 or $50 instead of $100. And then you get more people wanting to come in. And that might save it from the Crowfall experience, but I do worry about that a little bit. Welcome back, Sticky. We made it. We made it to Dunhold. You want to see what the EU version of Dunhold looks like? It's wonderful. Oh, hey, it's a player. We hadn't seen a player that whole run. Well, maybe one or two. Here's Dunhold. Such a wonderful settlement. It's listed as a crossroads. So this actually did change. It was sitting at what, 100%? So I'm trying to remember what comes first. Wilderness, right? So do you go wilderness, crossroads? Is that right? And then crossroads to encampment? And then you go to town? That's the process, right? Still don't understand why you have a desert node that is a vassal of Jueva. So far apart. Like, I don't understand. Why is it a vassal of Jueva and not of Miraleth? When both Miraleth and Jueva are vassals of Winstead. All right, here's a village. That's why, because this is a village. So, okay, that makes, well, no, that doesn't make more sense. Well, it makes more sense why it's not Miraleth. It's because they're an encampment. That's a village. And so Miraleth probably just does not have the ability to have a vassal right now. So, but Jueva does. But it still seems weird to me that it's like, why is it vassaling this all the way over here and not Nuela? I guess that's because Nuela is not part of Winstead. I don't know, man. This whole node stuff is like wildly, interestingly complex. Well, everything in the Riverlands except Nuela is the same ZOI now. Yeah, it is. And actually, it could be all of Riverlands, except for some reason it's pulling in a desert node rather than Nuela, which I don't understand that at all. So it's almost like each biome is going to have its own zone of influence. And I wonder if that's the intent. That makes me think it is. I actually wonder if the fact that Nuela is hanging off and not a part of this group, whereas was this Athanar is simply because of a bug. I would imagine that's actually some sort of bug that would be fixed later on. I don't know. I don't get why I expanded even more. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I was just saying. I mean, so Winstead vassaled Halcyon, Jueva, and Miraleth. And out of those, only Jueva is able to vassal something else. Now, why it vassaled a desert node instead of the one that's literally right next to it in Nuela, I have no idea. That makes no sense to me. Joeva? No, I say Joeva. That's my name. I don't care how Steven pronounces it. All right, guys. So tomorrow we're either gonna just start a brand new character, or we might try this challenge a little bit more and see if we can't get down here to Halcyon. I'm very nervous about that path, but this is so weird. What's going on with this map? You think the coastline really does that? Probably not. Mission Impossible Halcyon. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll try that. I think we should at least give it a run. Should at least try to get from Dunhold down to Halcyon. And then if we can't, then we'll just start a new character. How's this game so far? Rough. Slowly improving, but rough. All right, guys. Who do you want to raid? Old Man Observer. Okay. I don't think we've raided that person. Unfortunately, we can only raid on Twitch. Is it worth the $100? Yes and no. If you get easily frustrated with game development and you expect more, probably not. If you understand the alpha process and you don't get easily frustrated, you know, it ends up being $100, gets you probably 15 months worth of content. So, you know, you're really not paying that much per month when you look at it longitudinally. But it all comes down to what you're comfortable with. I would basically tell anyone at this point to wait till November anyways. November is when you actually get a little bit, hopefully more changes and some new content. But I mean, if you got the 100, you can do it now. I would not start any anvils though. Why start a new character? We have been, so the anvils is where we started as our dwarf, which is up here. And there's just not a lot there. Like, there's not a lot to do. There's not a lot of people. It's a very thin content. Yeah, and if you want to support the project, that's true. You can throw that in there. That's true. If you like what you see and you just want to support something, yeah. But anyways, we started in anvils. And there's just not much at all to do in any of this area. So we're trying to get down here to the Riverlands where there actually is stuff. And it has been challenging. It has been a process of just getting down here to Dunhold. We've died like every route. We eventually had to come down the water. So if I can't make it from Dunhold to Halcyon, then we'll probably just start a new character. Go through the middle of Shorefoot and squeeze in between the two PvP water zones. So I can't go this way. So I'm gonna, I can't, okay. What do you say? Go through the middle of Shorefoot, squeeze in between the PvP water zones. You mean like through here? Why can't I go this way? It's along the coast. Really? You can't get through here. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not as clear like this, but yeah, so there's no path, not even through here. It looks like there should be a path right there. So how do you get, so this is the only way in and out? Is that road? Wow. So your only two entry and exit points is here and here. That's kind of weird. All right. Well, I mean, that's something we can explore more. Game has at least came a bit from early close, but yeah, it is advancing. Yes. Did not succeed in climbing them. Did you ever hit the red wall? I feel like if there's no red wall, then there's potentially a chance to parkour around. When you say not a lot to do in your zone, are you questing? I mean, any of it questing. I mean, there's just not a lot of quests in general in the game. It's just Anvils was just added, and therefore it's not at all fleshed out in any way. Is this worth getting? If you want to support the project, sure. I do think you get your money's worth when you look at total monthly cost over time. But if you're easily like frustrated, I would wait. Tried Anvils on start. It was rough. Yeah, we're finding that out. A lot of people are still avoiding Anvils and sticking to the original starting area. Yeah, that's where I would... that's what I would recommend at this point. Oh, he looks animated. What's going on? Why your shovel looks kind of small though? Why is it smaller than your head? Not look very effective. And it's all black. Why are they yelling at the naked man? What's happening? Now I want to know the story. Are they yelling at him because he's naked? A little flamboyant. I mean, he's got purple hair. Anyways. He is yapping, isn't he? Like, what's going on? Why are they so angry? Oh, look, he's pointing at something too. Uh-oh. All right. Okay, guys. Yelling at him because he lost his shovel. That might be. Guy looks nice though. Yeah, at night it looks really, really good. I'm in the clerics, in the anvils on a cleric, but mob density is nuts. Yes, true Cyclops. That is why we have died multiple times trying to get to where we are. What's your thought on funnest tune skill rotation? I mean, that's hard to answer because I know plenty of people that like one and not the other. It depends on what you generally like to play. I think I will answer it by saying the class that seems to have the most frustrated players is going to be the tank. And that's from just talking to people who have maintained pretty much every MMO they've played. I think they feel very, very frustrated by the tank right now. And yes, Sticky, fighter would be the second answer I would get. Wait, the correct answer is fighter. You mean it's being fun as far as skill rotation? Is this beta? No, this is alpha. This is still alpha phase 2. No, alpha 2 phase 3. We are not in beta yet. Probably won't hit beta until the end of next year, would be my guess. So. Oh yeah, you play fighter. I mean, if done right, yeah, the fighter has a lot of interesting... Each class just has interesting ways to play. It's a hard question to answer. You just really need to come in and probably level each class 1 to 9 and just see what you think. I think once you get to... I think getting to 9 is not difficult. And it also gives you a chance to really kind of experience what the class is all about. So, I mean, that would be my advice to you. Cleric has somehow become horrible. It was good earlier. I kind of agree. It's just stale. Healing in phase 1 was a ton of fun. And now it's just sort of, I don't know. It's not advanced anywhere. It's kind of gotten old. And now with some of the gear changes, it's just not a lot of fun. Did I farm gear? No. This is a skin. This helmet is skin. I've noticed I'm struggling too much soloing mobs. So am I. Yeah, I mean, really, realistically, you should probably only solo stuff that's like at your level, and even that at times might take forever. When you start talking sort of efficiency, probably looking at things that are 2 levels below you. Before I was able to take mob solo. Yep, me too. Already drank the Star Citizen Kool-Aid. Can't really back any more alpha games. Yeah, then wait. You know, the game will be there. You can always wait. Cleric will probably be more fun with the secondary archetypes. I hope so, but you know, that's going to be so far from now that it's so hard to say. All right, guys, I do got to get going. It is almost 11 o'clock. So I appreciate you all for the morning. Anyone that's followed, anyone that stopped and chatted, anybody new. I'm Phantom X. This is the Theory Force channel, and typically we'll stream Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings. I am NA, even though I play on EU servers and stream on EU time. But yeah, just come hang out, join. I just realized I don't have our Discord stuff rotating through on a message board, but I'll try to get that stuff changed. So you can join us on Discord and other places. And for the Twitch folks, I'm going to go ahead and send us over to Old Man Observer. And for everyone else, I don't have anywhere to send you. So I'll play with you next stream. Hey, I'm here. Yeah, just friend me up. And I'm just this Phantom X. More than happy to hang out and do stuff. I don't mind healing groups. So, all right, guys, I will see everyone else tomorrow. All you TikTok folks, I appreciate it. It's been a very fun day over in TikTok. So, if you like it, again, come hang out with me tomorrow. Hit sub so that you get notified. And I'll see you all later. All right. YouTube, your turn.